Peace, assalamu alaikum, shalom, shalom, hotep, namaste, jambo, ashe. All the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of the light and to the people who love and protect children. We're in a time where we're not going to play games. To those out there, whether you're my ally or you consider yourself my enemy, if you're protecting children, we're working together. I will quickly put this share screen of fair use up to let you know this is a teaching moment, and this is definitely information that we need to know and remember. Okay, fair use under copyright 17 USC 107 under copyright law. I'm allowed to use this video. It is for teaching purposes. All right, let's go ahead and look at this. So we have people, we know that this man, Michael Nowak, was going around calling himself polite. Some people called him Brother Polite. Now, this is a man who preyed on children. He's finally he's in a cage where he belongs, but we still have a lot of people out here who are predators and who prey on children and who will tell you, because they're very clever. This is the clever file pedo part 3. And this part of the clever file pedo, or pedophile, I should say, is taking a look at a particular individual who continues to call innocent people who fight for children and love children and protect children, pointing at innocent people and calling them pedophiles. See, Polite did the same thing. He tormented GMS because they showed the truth in the Bible, just like I do. I show that Deuteronomy 22, verse 28 is mitigation for grape in that Bible, in the Bible that I know very well and that I hold sacred, actually. Yes. But I know the truth about it. GMS holds it sacred, and they taught the truth. What happened? Well, Polite went around calling them pedophiles. And they've, to this day, they've never done anything remotely close to being pedophiles. Well, now, Judah Naz of the Thunderdome Knights goes around calling me a pedophile. Very interesting. Because Judah also defended Brother Polite extensively. And we won't forget that. And I'm going to, peace, Queen, Sakina Ra, peace, Orgasm, peace, be knowledge. See, this isn't a tit for tat or a beef. This is I'm letting our people, please don't forget who really in this community defend pedophiles, okay? See, they want to say I do. And they want to say HOK, but we're going to examine these people. When we got one roach, the daddy roach, Polite, we're also going to get the other roaches. And Judah Naz defended Polite. He knew the whole story. Now he's cleaning it up, saying, oh, I didn't know the whole story. We're going to listen to him. We're going to hear him say the most disgusting things about that baby. And I've always stood, from day one, always stood with children and that baby, because I know that is a baby, and I know children are innocent. But Judah Naz defended this man. Yes, they are. But we're going to keep on examining them, and we're going to make sure we see it. Peace to you, brother. New Black World Order. Peace and love. Peace to this brother and to my angel Tasia. I don't know if you're tired of me always saying that. I doubt if you are, but I doubt it. But I will always acknowledge Tasia. Please go subscribe to that brother, this brother's channel. Yeah, we're gonna keep on pointing them out, and I fall off, as you know, King Shaw. I fall off, and then I start going into teaching the Bible. Please help me stay on the necks of these real pedophiles and the pedophiles supporters and protectors. Please help me. Please help me. All right, so I don't think I need to show y'all. Put a one in the chat if I have to find a video of P0light going and banging on GMS saying that they're child rapists. Do I need to get that, family, before I go into this other man who's now saying that I'm a child rapist, which is sick? But let me see if I can find something where P0light was just trolling these men. I mean, they're not perfect, but P0light wouldn't leave these people alone. Interesting, isn't it? Let me see. P0light and GMS. Let me see if I can find it. It's probably not going to come up. Nah, it's just coming up about his disgusting actions toward that baby. I think I might be able to find one. Dang, I don't think I can find anything with him trolling them. Segment P0light versus GMS. This might be it. This might be it. Uh-oh, guess what, family, my loves? All praises to the unfathomable God. I found it. So this is fair use. I'm going to share this and let you see this pedophile calling these men in GMS who taught the truth about the grape in the Bible. He's trolling them, telling them, oh, they are rapists, and acting like he cares about babies. This was about 6 years ago. Segment. Here it is. Let me see. I'm going to watch it. We're all watching it together first. So, fair use. Let's get it.
Well, this keeps going. We have to ask you a question. Well, how many of your fathers here? Just be for real. If you're a father. Now, what if someone is overwhelmed by the spirit of the Most High God, and he reads your scripture and he take your daughter and he just rape your daughter? What do you say to that? If he live like you live, walk like you walk, talk like you talk. Because y'all live amongst each other. Yeah. Y'all live amongst each other. So what happens when one of y'all feels so overwhelmed by the spirit of God that when you see one of each other's daughters, you just grab her up? You gonna tell one of these brothers here, come on, you know the doctrine. You know how we get when you get. Well, answer it. We just told you that how would y'all respond? In this time,
see how this, y'all see the clever pedophile. I need to see my family. Do y'all see the clever pedophile? Please, I love you. Put a 1. Somebody put a 1 in the chat. Doesn't he look like he's turned up and he's so for the children, just like Judah Naz? Do you see that pedophile? Oh, y'all, and aren't you fathers? Do you guys see the clever pedophile that I'm talking about? He's attacking them and baiting them. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Queen. He's baiting them and attacking them because they're talking about, which they don't. I don't co-sign how they're like coming at it. Cause see, they do what they do. They're not rapists though. Not from what we've seen so far. They've never moved as rapists. No child, no woman has accused these particular men right here of rape. But do you see the clever pedophile? You're going to see somebody defending this clever pedophile. I'm going to show you. See, people can sit and lie, and they can make up stories. That's called slander. But people who say that they stand on truth and love children and they show in proof, you better get some real proof, because I'm getting some real proof tonight, because we're going to get rid of all the roaches. See, I'm sitting in my house. This is hypothetical. I'm giving you a visual. And I see the nasty, dirty roach, the big daddy roach, come out. Polite. And I said, oh, that roach was too fast. It's very clever. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on this roach to come all the way out. I'm going to wait. And I got all the things I need to kill that roach. But I know there's other roaches out there. Big Daddy Roach has baby roaches out there. So when I see Big Daddy Roach come out and I'm ready for him and I waited and he finally comes all the way out, I'm not going to forget about his baby roaches, Judah Nas. I'm not going to forget about you sitting on the internet blaming that baby. I've never forgotten it. That's why I have the video loaded up in the silo. And it's time. So let's hear the clever pedophile, who you will hear after we listen to this. You'll hear Judah Nas defend. Let's hear the clever pedophile act like he actually cares about people's daughters. Okay, family? Thine own mouth condemneth thee, Daddy Roach, polite. Thine own mouth condemneth thee, Judah Nas.
That was
But
an
if it did happen,
Hold on.
but if it did happen, you would allow it to happen. Why? Because you go back to the scriptures.
You're supposed to be a brother.
Hold on. You're going to allow one of your brothers to rape your daughter.
You say rape as if rape simply means to grab.
No. We talking about. Now we read the verse. Where someone was.
You got
In
too
the
much
kingdom of
volume.
heaven,
You got too much
when
volume.
We read the verse, man.
when the kingdom is established, we're gonna get women when they 12 years old.
Right.
All right.
Say it again.
As soon as they start in the kingdom of heaven, when their period starts, that's when they become a woman.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, this is absolutely sick and deplorable. I will let y'all know this. I have to jump in. This is disgusting thoughts. But see, this is what happens when your mind gets corrupted because you read a book of ancient doctrines and ancient laws that were deplorable, where children were taken advantage of. And then you think it's right. See, the difference between me and these brothers, I show that it is in the book, but that it's not godly and it's not of God. It's a sick, misogynistic, child abusing time in our history. Okay? I want to make that clear. However, I will make this clear too. As deplorable as what he's saying is definitely disgusting, this man on this screen has never been accused of rape by women or children. But you see the one who's going in and all, oh, your children, the child rapist is. Keep on watching the clever pedophile. It's very tangled, this web these clever pedophiles weave. Very tangled. See, they know, he knows I'm going to approach these guys because I know they're talking wild, and it'll take the light off me, the daddy roach, polite, and it'll make me look good. But he is the real child molester. Let's get it.
Right. So we're gonna deal with them when their period starts.
Right.
When their monthly starts.
Question.
Have sex with them. Have babies, man.
With 12-year-olds?
Brother, there's in the kingdom, we're gonna do that, man. We're gonna get them young. We're gonna get them.
Okay, so we got that. We got polite. That was just pure sick madness. We got polite. Yes, and then, yeah, we're exposing that too. Don't get it wrong. Just because when I say these men haven't been accused, don't get me wrong. We keep our eyes open for everybody who says crazy shit. Does that mean I'm accusing those men of being pedophiles? No. But that talk, oh, that's pedophile la la land. If you have a leader saying we can sleep with 12-year-olds in the kingdom, because I will say this, Apostle Tahar of GMS makes it clear we do not sleep with children now. Now he's come to his senses, and it was like a sensationalism thing. I'm not apologizing for that filth, because I keep myself away from people who say things like that. I don't go around or want my children around them. But let's not take our eye off of the clever pedophile P0light, who we know 100% sure is a child predator. And we're going to get back to those who defend him. Okay? Those who defend him. I just needed you to see how he was acting like he was so for children. All right. We all say we're for children. Examine us all. Examine me. Examine Sadnetter. Examine my sister Queen Sakina Ra. Examine B Knowledge. Examine us all. So now we've examined P0light. We see that he's a molester. Let's examine Judah Naz, who keeps on yelling and crying, child, no, pause this. Well, he says I'm a child abuser, right? Okay. He says that I'm a child molester, which is sick and sad. But let's listen to him. Surely someone who's accusing someone of being a child molester would never apologize for child molesters, right? I want to see if, I know it's late and early. Put a 1 in the chat if you hear me. If a person is against child molestation, would that person ever try to condemn a child who says, I was molested? Would that person ever accuse the child? Yes, just not a 1, yes or no. If I am an advocate for children and I know a child accused a grown man of doing something to her, would I try to make excuses for the grown man and say, well, maybe the child was fast, maybe the child did drugs or liked drugs? That doesn't sound like someone who's for children. But don't listen to me. Peace to you. Yes, sis. Don't worry about me. I mean, don't worry about my words. Let's get Judah Naz's own words. Let's get his own words. And I want you to listen carefully. Fair use, teaching, criticism, and edifying and protecting the people. Listen to this.
Hold on, let me put the link down. Because everybody's like, oh man, he guilty. I took law class. Show him, RBA. Now look at this. He said he's guilty as F, right? This is RBG, blah, 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 blah. He's guilty as F. Well, I took law class. Guilty people don't act like that. From what
Pause. I need to take a look in the chat. So far, right out the box, family. Did you hear him? Did you hear him? Someone said he's guilty as F. We have never, I'm going to speak for myself, but neither has Sonetta, but I'm speaking for me right now, Nepal. I have never, ever said P0light is not guilty in my life. Never. I've said he is guilty, and I've said it publicly. And I said very limited things to protect myself legally, because I don't run around like Thunderdome Nights. Now I can let everything out legally without any repercussions. Did you hear him? Y'all heard him, right? Thank you. Y'all heard him say, if he was guilty, then he wouldn't be doing A, B, and C. He already defended him. Let's listen to some more. Oh, there's a lot more. I'm going to take this apart I'm going to do this with a fine-tooth comb, my family. Let's listen.
I'm seeing, that's why I was kind of like looking at everybody like, wait a minute, man. Like, we got niggas over here like condemning him. We haven't even seen the case yet. Like, I took law. I'm just saying this much. You know, anybody would come on.
And he's saying we haven't seen the trial because you're going to hear him go into the details of the case. Did you just hear that? He's like, no, wait a minute. Now, hold on. We can't say he's guilty. That's what he's saying. He's apologizing for this man already. And he can try to play like he didn't know the case. Listen, I'm a child advocate. If I hear a man did something to a child, what I don't do is try to make apologies for him. I say, okay, I believe the child. Show me the details, though. Help me. I'm not a court of law. Okay, I'm not the judicial system. I say, he did it until you can prove to me that he didn't do it. I'm going to believe the child. That's what real child advocacy is. But not with this pedophile apologist, not with this clever pedophile apologist. Let's keep listening. So far, you've heard him say, well, now hold on. Let's keep listening.
Hit the link. Oh, yeah, that's true, Tav. Yeah, that's true. The beasts of the field. I'm studying I'm translating the Daniel right now in the Aramaic. Yes, it's literally beasts of the field.
I need to go for it. He's talking about the Bible.
I love law. I love all court movie.
Keep listening.
I love all them shits. That's what I do. Why do you think I debate so well? Nigga, I took law class. Trap your ass up.
So now he's a lawyer about to go in, and you're going to think he's Polite's lawyer on this stream. Keep listening.
But Torah, though, we don't know if what he allegedly is taking a plea for. We don't know. It might be for some scamming shit. It might be for whatever. We don't know. We're not really concerned about that.
Still
we got niggas like Garfield Reed and the Dagger Squad. Them niggas walking around this motherfucker on YouTube streets. Them niggas is complete fucking scammers. Complete scammers. And ain't nobody saying shit.
He's still apologizing. You hear him apologizing for him. Let's keep listening. Let me know if you can hear it okay.
This nigga still walking around this motherfucker and got followers. So that whole pro-black bullshit, nigga, that ain't nothing but goddamn F home.
His stuff is freezing, not mine.
All right, mic check. Can you hear me? Might be busy. Green Flower said, hold on. Why is my, hold on.
Let me go forward.
Devion?
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Shalom, yo.
Listen to this.
Shalom. Wait, hold on, look at this. He says, RBG says, he was only allowed to take her to get something to eat and nothing more. Anything outside of that made him guilty. Well, wait, how do you know?
Still okay, I got to look in the chat. Y'all see that? Somebody gave him details. He didn't say, oh, really? Damn. That sounds crazy. Can you show me more of that? Right away, he defends Polite. He's like, how do you know? You're seeing this, right? Peace to Hootie. You're seeing this guy, right? You can say what you want. Come on, Nepal. We're going to listen to this guy defend Polite while he's knowing that this young baby was molested by Polite. Let's keep listening. He's still defending family. Anybody who's against pedos would never say, how do you know? They'd say, oh my gosh, can you show me where that is? If they really want to know. Let's keep listening to him defend Polite. It gets worse. Mark this guy.
How do you know that he was only allowed to take her to get something to eat? Did the mother come out and say that? Like, oh, well, I said Brother Blight can take her out to Denny's. I didn't hear any of that. How do y'all have all this inside information that we don't know about? Show him, Just Blaze. Tested, neither one can DNA. What? That's not. And y'all better pay attention and start studying court. How do you know? Let's get to that. Hold on. First, let's get to this because y'all.
You see him apologizing for Polite, everybody? People are giving him information, and he's instantly defending this man. He's instantly defending this man. because that is in his heart, because he doesn't care, and he is defending the clever pedophile. All of a sudden now he's accusing me of being a pedophile? Very interesting. So you defend a real pedophile, and then you lie and slander people who say that there's grape in the Bible. Let's keep listening.
Like, hop, y'all doing this too much. When you do this too much, don't go to court. You're gonna get smoked. You gotta like learn how to argue and like weigh both sides. Some shit just ain't like as it seems. Watch, and I'm not saying that's not his DNA on the. I'm saying y'all. Some people are too quick to do this. Hang him.
You heard him say, I'm not even saying that's not his DNA, but you guys are too quick to say hang him. So even when he admits, hey, that could be his DNA, he still says, I'm not saying that's not his DNA, but you guys are too quick to hang him. I didn't say it. He said it himself, and I will be rewinding that. Okay, let's get it out of his mouth. Now, I'm not sitting up here lying on him. I'm playing his words. Listen.
That's not his DNA on the. I'm saying y'all. Some people are too quick to do this. Hang him.
Wow.
Devion.
Heard that? Let it
okay,
go
hold
again.
on.
Hey, shalom, yo.
Sick ass man.
Shalom. Wait, hold on, look at this. He says, RBG says he was only allowed to take her to get something to eat and nothing more. Anything outside of that made him guilty. Well, wait, how do you know? How do you know that he was only allowed to take her to get something to eat? Did the mother come out and say that? Like, oh, well, I said Brother Black can take her out to Denny's. I didn't hear any of that. How do y'all have all this inside information that we don't know about?
You heard it just now from the guy. But he won't accept it, see?
Tested, neither one can DNA. What? That's not.
They're saying the DNA's there, and
y'all better pay attention and start studying court. How do you know? Let's get to that. Hold on. First, let's get to this because y'all
defending
like hop. Y'all doing this too much. When you do this too much, don't go to court. You're gonna get smoked. You gotta like learn how to argue and like weigh both sides. Some shit just ain't like as it seems. What?
Are y'all hearing this pedophile supporter? Some things just ain't as they seem. Now, he's so quick to defend P0light. These people are telling him they found P0light's DNA on this little girl. And he's like, no, just hold on. Y'all are too quick to condemn. Let's just look at the whole thing and see. That's not the same as saying, I can't incriminate myself, so I'm not going to say anything to put myself in jeopardy until everything comes out and I can speak. We're not the only ones who did that. Intelligent people did that. You heard Brother Zion Lex say he waited. He knew about it right away 2 years ago. Even the mother waited. See, that's not the same as sitting on the internet like this person and defending a child molester against a child. Let's keep listening to his mouth.
Watch, and I'm not saying that's not his DNA on the. I'm saying y'all. Some people are too quick to do this.
So he's not saying that it's not his DNA. You heard him. He says it might be his DNA, but let's not condemn him just yet. Let's keep listening to this pedophile supporter. What does that say to us? If he's a pedophile supporter, if he supports the clever pedophile, I'm not calling him one, but I see what he is, a pedophile supporter.
Hang him. Nah, bro. Let me ask you guys on the panel. Allegedly, the girl had alcohol and drugs in her system.
Watch this.
Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yes,
but shit. I don't really know, man.
Now remember,
that's why
do you,
I
in your opinion,
remember, he's saying now that he didn't know about the case, my friends. But that's a very strong detail in the case. So if you know that the little girl had, then he said allegedly. No, she did an entire blood work. They found it. But see how he said allegedly? Defending P0light. He knows about this case while he's speaking here. He knows about the case. So now he's trying to act like he didn't know about it now that he's trying to clean up. No, you heard him say, allegedly, no, the little girl had blood alcohol level and drugs in her system from the testing she did. But he says allegedly to defend Polite's defense. And watch him go in and try to blame the little girl for the drugs. I can't make this up.
Oh,
No, I mean,
so
no,
we
you can give
repeat
your
it again. I'm
opinion.
sorry, I'm cutting out.
Okay. Do you think that allegedly, we're not saying that he did or he didn't or whatever, do you think that said person who's being accused grabbed the young girl by the throat and forced alcohol and drugs in her system?
Y'all hear this shit? I'm telling you, the people that you see calling me a pedophile, saying that I did this, lying on me because of what? Because I was disgusted and ran away from even the presence of these people. I could tell something's disgusting about him. Filthy, nasty. I know he's evil. Evil means to harm others. Okay? Look at this guy. I'm gonna rewind it. He's saying, do you really think he forced alcohol down her throat? What do you think he's implying? Oh, it's gonna get clearer. He's going to imply that this baby was getting drunk and high on her own. I'll let you hear it. I'm gonna go back a little bit because I said fine tooth comb. We're gonna go bit by bit. Thine own mouth condemneth thee. So all your lovers out there and your followers who are okay with you being a pedophile supporter, they can listen to all the lies if they want that you tell about me. But this is coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Yes,
shit. I already know, man. That's why
do you,
I
in your
prefer
opinion?
Oh.
No, I mean,
so
no,
we
you can give
repeat
your
it again. I'm
opinion.
sorry, I'm cutting out.
Okay. Do you think that allegedly, we're not saying that he did or he didn't or whatever, do you think that said person who's being accused grabbed the young girl by the throat and forced alcohol and drugs in her system?
I don't know. As always. Go ahead.
You hear his minion, his weak, spineless, noodleback minions? Did you hear the question, my friends? My friends. People who love children and are tired of people like this one, the clever pedophile who accuses the people who love children or people who aren't child rapists. They accuse us to take the light off of them. Did you hear these two noodlebacks? Oh, I don't know. Are you what? Where is your manhood? Well, bro, what are you saying? What are you trying to? That's what a man or even anybody, woman, would say. Why are you? What are you trying to say, bro? The paperwork says that a child had drugs and alcohol. I mean, of course he forced her. What else could it have been? No. To make sure they don't upset their God, the leader of Thunderdome Knights, both of these noodlebacks. Oh, I don't know. I think so. Maybe. You think these people defend children? No, because we clearly see that they're not defending children right now. They can't even defend a little girl while sitting on a goddamn internet panel. You think they would defend a child in real life? Let me play it back. Thine own mouth condemneth thee. You could tell all the lies you want on me, but I'm going to let you tell the truth on yourself.
Devion?
Okay, hold on.
Hey, shalom, yo.
Shalom. Wait, hold on, look at this. He says, RBG says he was only allowed to take her to get something to eat and nothing more. Anything outside of that made him guilty. Well, wait, how do you know? How do you know that he was only allowed to take her to get something to eat? Did the mother come out and say that? Like, oh, well, I said Brother Blight can take her out to Denny's. I didn't hear any of that. How do y'all have all this inside information that we don't know about?
Wow.
Show him, Just Blaze.
Defending him.
Tested. Neither one can DNA. What? That's not. Y'all better pay attention and start studying court. How do you know? Let's get to that. Hold on. First, let's get to this because y'all
hard body.
Like hot. Y'all doing this too much. When you do this too much, don't go to court. You're gonna get smoked. You gotta like learn how to argue and like weigh both sides. Some shit just ain't like as it seems. Watch, and I'm not saying that's not his DNA on the. I'm saying Y'all, some people are too quick to do this. Hang him. Nah, bro. Let me ask you guys on the panel. Allegedly, the girl had alcohol and drugs in her system. Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yes,
but shit. I don't really know, man. That's why
do you,
I
in your
prefer
opinion?
Oh.
No, I mean,
so we repeat it again. I'm sorry, I'm cutting out.
Okay. Do you think that allegedly, we're not saying that he did or he didn't or whatever, do you think that said person who's being accused grabbed the young girl by the throat and forced alcohol and drugs in her system?
I don't know. As always. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I mean, he could have not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I mean, I know too that, you know what I'm saying, at a young age, kids, you know what I'm saying, they be like, yo, you know what I'm saying, you want to trust us. Yeah, first time I smoked, I was like 15. But I don't know.
Well, if he forced her to drink alcohol and drugs, wouldn't that be on the charges?
It is on the charges, and so let me get back and comment on what this guy Devion, one of his loyal soldiers. Why would you even say some shit like that when you know a child has been abused, family? Why would you even enter? Oh, well, I know that kids start young and I was trying to. What? This baby told her mother, and her mother saw that she was sexually abused and drugged. And they know it. They're discussing it. These three men. Why are you injecting some bullshit for doubt? Because you are the defender of the clever pedophile. Therefore, you are one of his roach babies. And we don't like roaches. We don't like them at all. You heard that? You heard him, right? Yeah, there's no damn allegedly, but he defends P0light. Let's keep listening. Let's keep listening to him. They're up here trying to blame the baby. It's going to get worse.
Forced alcohol and like, yo, that's not on the charges.
Hey,
I haven't
seen the charges.
So it's like, well, they're basically like 7 felonies and like a misdemeanor or something. I forgot exactly what.
I thought he didn't know anything about the case, family. Somebody saying 7 felonies and a misdemeanor. You looked at the case, but you're still apologizing for him and defending P0light. Let's keep listening.
Exact charges are, but like all the other stuff, I'm just concerned about whether, you know, the child issue, right? Show on tour. RBG said 7 felonies and 1 misdemeanor. Yes, Bush baby, I've seen him. Greenflower said, I ain't never seen the statements. I'm just saying ain't no getting around DNA if that's the case. Okay, we're gonna get to that. Bush baby said, who supplied a 14-year-old with drugs? Good question. Right. Good question. Who supplied the young girl with drugs and alcohol? You can't say that he did it. We don't know for sure. We don't know.
All right, time to pause and look at the chat. You heard him. Who supplied the young girl with drugs? We don't know. We can't say that he did. That came out of his mouth. I need to at least get one person to give me a 1 in the chat that you heard this person say. I know he did. I know we know Queen. We know P0light did, but this guy, he knows P0light did. He read the case. He knows that P0light is accused of giving the girl drugs, but he's up here acting like we don't know if he did it. He's defending him as if he's his lawyer. Did y'all hear that? Yes, that is a damn shame. He's saying we don't know. So he's already doubting the child, doubting the evidence, and defending the pedophile. Let's hear it again, and I'm gonna let it play a little bit more. He said, we can't say he did it. He's defending this guy.
You can't say that he did it. We don't know for sure. We don't know. Like Devion just said, when we were out young, we was out kicking it, drinking, and kicking it too.
So he's blaming this baby. He's trying to make us think this baby was doing drugs on her own. Keep listening.
So there's no, you can't just say that he forced that girl to here, bitch, open your mouth.
Now he called the little girl a bitch, and he's being funny, saying, here, bitch, open your mouth. How is this? Do you see where his heart is, family? There's no compassion. There's no compassion. This is who is accusing me of being a pedophile. How are you accusing someone of being a pedophile and defending an actual filthy, disgusting child predator? Because you are a defender of child predators. And you don't like those of us who bring this stuff to the light. Because you're clever. Let you hear him again.
And poured fucking alcohol down her throat. That's bullshit. You know he didn't do that. He's not even charged with that.
He said he didn't do that. Let's hear it.
Yes, Bush baby, I've seen him. Greenflower said, I ain't never seen the statements. I'm just saying ain't no getting around DNA if that's the case. Okay, we're gonna get to that. Bush baby said, who supplied a 14-year-old with drugs? Good question. Right. Good question. Who supplied the young girl with drugs and alcohol? You can't say that he did it. We don't know for sure. We don't know. Like Devion just said, when we were out young, we was out kicking it, drinking, and kicking it too. So there's no, you can't just say that he forced that girl to here, bitch, open your mouth.
You hear how he talks about the baby?
Alcohol down her throat. That's bullshit. You know he didn't do that. He's not even charged with that.
Wow.
So who did supply the 14-year-old with drugs? We don't know. All I'm saying is she may be fast. If y'all know, I'm not saying she is. I'm saying she could be. It's about, my sister was fast.
Okay. Here we are. Another person blaming the baby, calling the baby fast. Judenas. He gives a shit about children, family. He protects pedophiles. He protects men who are accused of hurting children. He protects them. He goes all the way to the extent of saying that the child did the drugs and alcohol. And he called the little girl a bitch. I'm going to play it back.
With that. So who did supply the 14-year-old with drugs? We don't know. All I'm saying is she may be fast. If y'all know, I'm not saying she is. I'm with that.
And when he says I'm not saying she is, because he knows he's going to get beaten up for that. So that's why he threw that in there. But you just said she is. You just said she may be fast. So when you say she may be fast to try to make us think that she wanted to get violated as a child, fast or not, she's a child. So you're excusing when men violate children because you say children are fast. You're sick. You're a sick piece of shit, Judenas. And that's why the Most High, unfathomable God, is inflaming your internal organs onto the brink of death. He's not letting you die. See, dying isn't a curse. You must suffer, and you will continue to suffer because of the things that you do against children first. Because I believe in the Gospels that say, if you even harm one of these little ones, you would rather wish to have a millstone hung around your neck and thrown into the ocean. Keep on suffering with those herpes flare-ups that are all through your body. And I'm not saying herpes is people out there that have herpes are good people, but I'm saying he gets it so badly, family, that he almost dies. He says it. He says, I almost died. My throat was also inflamed and I had a flare-up. But this is because he hates children. I don't feel sorry for him. Just like I don't feel sorry for P0light, what he's going to get in jail. I don't feel sorry for Judenas. I'm happy. I have a little secret to tell everybody. when Sonetta was playing chess with him and bringing him over and having him debate, I hated him to the core, from the soles of his feet to the top of his sore infested head. I hated Judah Nass. So when I would hear him say that he almost, that he had a flare up and that he was at the hospital, I celebrated. You can ask Sonetta. He said, baby, you know, I feel bad. I said, I don't feel bad. I'm happy because he hates children. He's disgusting because I said this. I said, because he defends P0light. I'm disgusted with him about this video. And now I can say it freely. I'm disgusted with Judah Nass that he defended P0light and talked about that baby. Let's listen some more.
Right? Okay, Bush Baby said, yes, it is contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Contributing, not force. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. So I'm telling you, like in court, the judges will eat you up. They'll be like, so.
Do you hear this fool? This guy wanted to be on the dream team for this pedophile P0light. Contributing, not force. She's a child. Even if she picked up a bottle of alcohol and chugged it, he is essentially forcing her because she can't make her own decisions. He supplied the alcohol. But you don't see it that way because you don't care about children. Oh, I'm saying this and I'm wrong? Let's let him speak. I'll try not to cut in, but there's so much. There's so much. I got to go back.
Forced her to drink alcohol and drugs. Wouldn't that be on the charges? Forced alcohol and like, yo, that's not on the charges.
Hey,
oh,
I haven't seen the charges.
So it's like well, they're basically like 7 felonies and like a misdemeanor or something. I forgot exactly what the exact charges are, but like all the other stuff, I'm just concerned about whether, you know, the child issue, right? Show on tour. RBG said 7 felonies and 1 misdemeanor. Yes, Bush Baby, I've seen them. Greenflower said, I ain't never seen the statements. I'm just saying ain't no getting around DNA if that's the case. Okay, we're gonna get to that. Bush Baby said, who supplied a 14-year-old with drugs? Good question. Right. Good question. Who supplied the young girl with drugs and alcohol? You can't say that he did it. We don't know for sure. We don't.
Yes, we can say that he did it. And you know it's in the case. He did it. But you're apologizing for him.
No. Like Devion just said, when we were young, we was all kicking it, drinking and kicking it too. So there's no, you can't just say that he forced that girl to here, bitch, open your mouth.
Calling her a bitch. I keep pointing that out. This is a child we're talking about.
And poured fucking alcohol down her throat. That's bullshit. You know he didn't do that. He's not even charged with that. So who did supply the 14-year-old with drugs? We don't know. All I'm saying is she may be fast. If y'all know, I'm not saying she is. I'm saying she could be. It's about, my sister was fast. She got pregnant at 14, her first child. So my sister was fast. She was out there doing everything and anything.
Listen to the picture he's trying to paint about this child. This is a sick man.
So it's not an impossibility that right? Okay, Bush Baby said.
So it's okay if a child gets violated by a grown man if she's fast. That's what he just said. He's defending this guy to the point where he's saying, maybe she's fast. Maybe she did drugs on her own. Maybe she did the alcohol on her own. Are you hearing this guy? Let's keep listening.
Said, yes, it is contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Contributing, not force. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. So I'm telling you, like in court, the judges will eat you up. They'll be like, so, sir, it's contributing or force. Those are 2 different things. He may have, in fact, contributed to the delinquency of a minor. He may have done that. I don't know. I'm not saying that he did. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying that may be a possibility.
Wow.
Just Play said, when I was 14, 15 smoking, I had grown-ups around me that never supplied me with anything that could have been charged. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you hear this guy? You see the people who, these are the clever pedophile congregation. They come together and blame children. They make excuses. When I was 14 and 15, I was around grown-ups smoking, and they never supplied me with anything. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? If you were around grown-ups doing drugs and alcohol, they were breaking the law, and they are low character. Who the hell is sitting up with children, 14 years old, smoking weed? And I want to hear about, well, my uncles and my grandpa. That's dysfunctional. And this dude didn't say my grandpa or my family. He said grown-ups. This is the type of people who are over there. Defenders of pedophiles and people who expose children to debauchery and delinquency. I'm not making it up. This is sick. This is making me want to throw up. God, let's keep listening to this. These sick pieces of, these sick people. These are the people who are calling me a child molester. Okay, let's keep listening to their mouths.
That's pretty much what I'm saying. Shit. First time I smoked, I was like around my uncle and my cousins.
See these guys? It's a funny joke. Anything to defend polite. I remember when I was 12, I was smoking weed with my uncle. My grandpapa gave me some Mad Dog. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. This is what they're doing. Anything to defend polite.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
Does it mean, like, yo, so apparently to everybody, apparently, I'm not saying that he didn't do this. I'm just saying, we listen to the public. The public is, according to them, Brother Polite had the chick by the throat.
Called her a chick. This is a baby. He knows it's a child. First he called her bitch. Now he's calling the baby a chick. And he's being very insensitive, saying, you have to look at who this person is. Had her by the throat. He already said that once before. Why does he keep saying this? He's no different than Polite. In this situation, nope, he's not. Because why do you keep talking about this baby like that? Why do you keep saying, had her by the throat? You're sickening.
Beat her up, choked her, and when she couldn't breathe, he grabbed a bottle of Everclear, poured it down her throat. She started gagging. He dropped some pills on her throat. That's according to the internet. That's stupid.
Did you hear him say that's stupid? That's exactly what that piece of shit did to that baby. But he doesn't believe that. Because he's defending Polite.
It could be an unseen soldier.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Here's another one coming in to condemn the child and talk about how men get lied on by children. This is the climate over there. Defend the pedophile, defend the child molester and the abuser and the predator. Blame the children.
Oh, Judah Redemption?
Yep. What's good, Unseen? How you doing, bro?
Shalom,
Can y'all hear me good? I don't know. I got a good signal.
Yeah, you're good.
No,
Yeah.
you good.
I wanted to say this.
You're good.
Now, Judah, I don't know how much you remember from your last stream. When you posed the scenario that you posed, and you wasn't saying nothing was definite, you were saying what if, right? So I explored, to be fair, I looked at it from what you was the side you were saying. Do you remember what happened when I did that? See,
look at this piece of shit on the screen. Damn, dude, I laugh out loud, not the Everclear. How is this funny, guys? You see the people he's around? This is a piece of shit on the screen. Damn, Judah, laugh out loud, not the Everclear. How is that funny? When he said that this guy grabbed this baby by the throat. How is that funny? How is that laughing out loud? And why did Judah summer jam this? Because he thinks it's funny too. Let's keep listening to this other pedophile apologist.
The point I'm trying to get to is this. As men, and I'm about to make a statement. I don't think when you have cases like this, I think women should be able to testify as to, you know, what they know went on or whatever. But I think ultimately men with sound logic must rule on it. I say that because just by you bringing, let's say what you're saying right now, you're not saying anything wrong. You're saying, what if this is the case? You're going to get attacked for that.
He's defending the pedophile at all cost. And you're about to defend the pedophile as well because you're also sick. Let's keep listening.
Now, me personally, everybody, well, a lot of people have a sense of how I feel about polite. However, in dealing with things with an even hand, you must look at everything. You must look at how, like Judah's saying, how did she get the alcohol or drugs or whatever? Was she forced to take it? Did she take it by herself?
Wow.
And what a lot of women don't understand is this opens, let's say, and I'm not saying this is definite, let's say the case was what Judah, he didn't say this was the case in his last stream. He just said, what if? Let's say, and I'm speaking hypothetically here, what if they had a relationship?
Oh my God.
Light and the young girl, right?
You see how nobody even flinched off that? I need to pause it and talk to my family. They didn't even flinch. Nobody jumped in and said, what the hell? Bro, what are you talking about? They're talking about a child and a man. None of them flinched. What does that tell you? Take note. We will hold them accountable. This guy just said, what if they had a relationship? Who the hell? I want you to go and we're going to put on our super pedophile sleuthing. We're going to keep sniffing these pedophiles out and these pedophile supporters. What kind of mindset do you have to say that a 12 or 13-year-old little girl, anybody under 18, but a 12 or 13-year-old little girl is having a relationship with a man in his 40s or his 30s or his 20s? This guy on this panel with the rest of these other pedophile supporters said it. And they didn't say, whoa, hold on, bro. What the hell are you talking about? I defend children. That's sick. Well, that doesn't even make sense. What do you mean have a relationship? That's like somebody saying, oh, and then a horse having a relationship with a kid, a human. You just said, let's wonder if this grown man was in a relationship with a baby, with a child. I'm not sensationalizing. I'm disgusted and appalled. And I'm getting emotional because these people, we're going to keep our eye and our foot on their necks because they say it with their own mouths. And in the next breath, they'll try to condemn innocent people to hide their guilt. Let's go back. Let's listen to this guy actually trying to say that there was a relationship between a child, 12, and she was either 12 or 13 at the time, and a grown man in his 40s.
They know went on or whatever. But I think ultimately men with sound logic must rule on it. I say that because just by you bringing, let's say what you're saying right now, you're not saying anything wrong. You're saying, what if this is the case? You're going to get attacked for that.
Watch Judah shake his head. Yes, I
now,
think that's
me personally,
yes. Watch him.
Everybody, well, a lot of people have a sense of how I feel about polite.
Shook his head, yes.
However, in dealing with things with an even hand, you must look at everything. You must look at how, like Judah's saying, how did she get the alcohol or
Wow.
drugs or whatever?
Wow.
Was she forced to take it? Did she take it by herself?
Oh my God.
And what a lot of women don't understand is this opens, let's say, and I'm not saying this is definite, let's say the case was what Judah, he didn't say this was the case in his last stream. He just said, what if? Let's say.
Why are you saying what if you're a child advocate? Why are you saying what if? Why are you saying what if? See, it's not the same as saying, I don't want to speak on this because I don't want any legal issues with this guy. I know I'm going to be able, like Brother Zion Lex, like Sonnet, like, I said some shit. I'll show you my video I did back, what was it, in March? But I knew to be careful because this is the type of person, this pedophile, this clever pedophile named P0light, he was going to great lengths to destroy other people's lives because his evil was exposed and his time was short, just like in the scripture when it says the devil goes around as a roaring lion trying to destroy you because he knows he has just a little time. That was actually P0light. Now we know he's locked in a cage where he belongs, and I hope that he stays there forever. But you hear these guys, they're actually saying, what if he's innocent? What if this girl took drugs? What if a little baby was in a relationship with a man? That's because these are the enemy. We have to be careful of these people. Let's keep listening.
And I'm speaking hypothetically here. What if they had a relationship, P0light and the young girl, right? Everything was consensual. Now, when I explored what Judah was saying, and I was pondering it, I got attacked for even thinking, no, you can't say that, you can't think that, that's wrong. You a pedophile. I got called a fucking pedophile. I wasn't saying it was right.
Well, you're calling people who aren't pedophiles. And if you're over here apologizing for a pedophile, that would make more sense that someone would side-eye you and think that you are one, or at least we know that you apologize for one. So why are you shocked? You just said, let's just see if the baby was in a relationship with a grown man. Of course somebody's going to call you that. And that's not slander, because slander would be a all-out, full-on lie. If you say maybe a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old was in a relationship with a 37-year-old, 40-year-old man, 50-year-old man, whatever he is, I'm going to side eye you and say, this man might be into children because he's saying relationship.
Right? But I stated this.
Look at
we
Judah
all
shaking
know
his
what
head.
we was doing at that age. The world has not changed.
Oh, wait, let's go
Just
back.
like you have fast girls, you have fast. The case in his last stream, he just said, what if? Let's say, and I'm speaking hypothetically here.
Yes, sir.
What if they had a relationship, P0light and the young girl, right? Everything was consensual. Now, when I explored what Judah was saying, and I was pondering it, I got attacked for even thinking, no, you can't say that, you can't think that, that's wrong. You a pedophile. I got called a fucking pedophile. I wasn't saying it was right, but I stated this. We all know what we was doing at that age. The world has not changed. Just like you have fast girls, you have fast boys. The world ain't changed.
You hear these grown men blaming this baby family? This is Judah Natara, Judah Nasty of the Thunderdome Knights, and his crew are blaming this baby. They're blaming her. Make no mistake. All this, I'm not saying she is, but then they continue to blame her. They always throw in that disclaimer, I'm not saying, but then you go and blame her.
I'm not saying that's right if she was a willing participant. Obviously, something's wrong there. And that's the heart of the issue, what parents need to get a hold of. Your kids are out here wild. Get a hold of it. Why do we have this knee-jerk reaction to reward bad behavior from children? And
you hear that? He's blaming the little girl and excusing Polite. And Judah Naz is agreeing and shaking his head. Yes, and they're sitting there quietly. They're blaming this child. They are blaming the little girl. Take several seats with your buddy, with your Papa Roach. Polite. Go jump inside the cell with him.
Say they're children, so they don't know no better.
Look at even somebody in their chat said a 14-year-old girl, a relationship? Really? There's somebody who's like, what? A woman in the chat's like, you just said that he had a relationship with a 14-year-old girl, see? But none of them flinched on the panel.
That's ass backwards. And I'm shocked and I'm surprised that so many men buckle and cave to these women when they come with that shit. You are never going to get a hold of your children and their behavior if you keep on falling to this goddamn pressure from these women. Half these women out here are crooked.
He's saying that the mother, who's a hero, who listened to her child, he's saying that the mother is crooked. They're basically saying that the mother and the child lied on this pedophile.
Stop doing that. You got to deal with an even hand. If you know this child is promiscuous and running loose, you got to get a hold of that child.
You hear them implying that this baby is now promiscuous? Oh my God. These are disgusting people. And this is what they've done. Protecting this pedophile and shaming this child.
That child has to know the consequences and the repercussions of their actions.
See, the guy on the screen says, y'all changing the narrative because y'all worship no light. Now watch Judah come in and try to say some things. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember, but let's keep listening to this guy condemn this baby, and then let's see what the leader of the Thunderdome Knights does.
Because that could follow them for a lifetime. I'm tired of hearing that bullshit. You can't say nothing. That's just a child. We're talking about children of a certain age who know right from wrong. I'm not saying they should be dealt with the same way the predator should be dealt with, but there still should be some consequences if this child is old enough, right and wrong.
You hear this guy saying that the child should also be held responsible and accountable for what this man, he tried to ruin her life. If she didn't have such a beautiful mother and a supportive mother, her life would be ruined. And this guy, this disgusting predator supporter, is saying she should be held accountable for that. I can't make this up, and I wouldn't.
Right and wrong. That's how you learn. You learn from dealing with the repercussions of your behavior. That's why we have grown motherfuckers out here now who don't know the repercussions of their behavior, and they grown out here wild, reckless, ruining our generations. Shit is pathetic, man. As men, we got to get a hold of this shit.
Judah's agreeing.
Can't buckle and cave to these undercover feminists, whether they female or male.
So we're feminists because we defend children against pedophiles. Heard that? Out of his own mouth.
Ain't no goddamn way you should tell me.
Look at the woman on the screen that Judah put up there. She says, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Exactly. But Judah's okay with it. He has no problem.
Just because it's a child, you can't chastise them. I'm not talking about no 5 or 6 year old who don't know no better. We talking about puberty and beyond puberty.
So he's saying because the little girl was 12 or 13, that she should be held accountable like the adult who raped her. This is sick.
Though their brains ain't developed, they still have a sense of right and wrong.
Judah shakes his head yes. He's agreeing with this guy.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. So do we keep giving them a pass? And it was said that parents, they learn this behavior from their parents. No, that's not always the case. You got a little fast-ass girl out there sleeping with grown-ass men, get around your daughters. I don't know who all got daughters.
Do you hear? Are you? I'm sorry to the family that you're having to hear this disgust, but I want you to see who they are. Do you hear this man blaming this baby? I don't know how much more of this I can even. Let me just try to get the rest out.
But would you want a little fast-ass 14-year-old girl around your 14-year-old girl, and this 14-year-old girl out here?
And of course, this other pedophile supporter on there, the screen just plays, is a pedophile supporter. I'm not going to demonize Unseen. That's the pedophile supporter speaking. He looking at the problem from different perspective. Everybody must take accountability in order to make change. What the hell? These men are saying that baby is responsible somehow. Can't make it up.
They're fucking 30-year-old men. Would you want that? No. Influencing your child. We don't see the sickness in this, and every time a man brings something up like this.
Exactly. I want to read my sister Sakina Ra's comment. This is the very reason why nobody, especially a mother, wants a child experiencing this and then explaining it in a courtroom full of strangers. Yeah, because there is people like Judah Naz and this pig on this panel and all of the Thunderdome Knights. They're in there thinking terrible things about the baby. Exactly. And I love this woman, how she protected her child. She did the best she could. She opened her heart. She was loving and submissive and supportive to a man that she married. She didn't do anything wrong, the mother. And the baby didn't do anything wrong besides be a beautiful, loving. I met that child. I'm going to say it again. They can use this and twist it. I met that child. That is a sweet little girl. She was sweet. She was demure. She was quiet and kind of shy, but not too shy. She was so sweet. And she still is sweet. But I'm saying when I met her, she's a sweet little girl standing close to her mama. I know body language. We met. We said hello. The child was close to her mother. Her mother was close to her. They stayed together. When they moved around, when we were getting things together, and they stayed close. She stayed just like a little baby should, staying close to her mother. When mama went, she went. And you hear these people? You hear Judah Naz talking about this baby? You hear his crew? These are all the people who worship him in his church of the Thunderdome Knights. These are the people who support him. They all think alike. Let's keep listening.
And question this part of this aspect of it. He caves to a woman. You attacking a victim. That's just a child. They don't know no better. No, you can't, man, listen. I'm watching too many dudes do that shit, man. I'm watching too many dudes do that shit. And that shit ain't right. That shit is foul.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. There's Bush Baby. What are you talking about? All he's saying is, like, these guys are. That's what's wrong with our people. Our people are so quick to.
So Bush Baby is the one saying, "I can't believe I'm hearing this," and then Bush Baby said, "Wow, I'm out." And now he's getting on Bush Baby, who said, "I can't listen to this anymore." And even Danielle in the chat is like, "What's going on here?" Some people are like, "Oh my God." And then a woman said, "What's that got to do with dealing with the minor?" They're outraged, but no. Judah Naz tries to brainwash them and say, "No, guys, all he's saying is that we got to defend pedophiles." You see, no, really, he's saying, "No, let me explain we hear what this man is saying. He's blaming this baby." But do you see Judah Naz is apologizing? Now he's apologizing for this guy talking. He apologizes for Polite. Then he not even apologizes. He condemns the child and says Polite is innocent. And now he's saying this guy is innocent, even though everybody can hear it's disgusting. Let's listen to Judah Nass defend pedophiles.
Dim. We don't know the facts. We don't know. You guys just keep saying, oh, well, there was DNA found around that thing. How do you know there wasn't the mother's scarf? That's what I heard a year and a half ago. I heard it was the mother's scarf. I don't know. I'm not saying that it is.
See how he always throws in, I don't know. No, Negro, you know, because you're saying all the stuff that is defending Polite. You know just fine, because you didn't just pull that out of the air. You're right. You heard it. Instead of believing the child and the mother, you're choosing to believe Polite without even any question because you support pedophiles. I'm not making a lie up about you like you lie on me. I'm showing the people who you really are. And it feels good. You heard him? He's defending him. Now he's saying, even though there's DNA, we can't say it's not, it's da-da-da. It might be the mother. What? Let's listen.
No, you can't, man, listen. Name, who they said he was underage and had a relationship, influencing your child.
I need to go back.
We don't see the sickness in this, and every time a man brings something up like this and question this part of this aspect of it, he caves to a woman. You attacking a victim. That's just a child. They don't know no better. No, you can't, man, listen.
Yeah, you should be. Let me pause this. Let me talk to this guy. Man. He's in the chat. Let me talk to you guys about this guy. Listen to me. You like to sit over there and laugh and while he calls me a pedophile. Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. This guy is clearly a supporter of pedophiles. How can he call me a pedophile when he's defending to the bone a pedophile? I see that you should be ashamed. I'm not going to give you a pass because I see you'll go hard body over there. You enjoy to see his filth. Do yourself a favor and distance yourself from these pedophiles and these pedophile supporters. Because do you think Polite is the only pedophile out here? If you weren't here earlier, Just Blaze, we showed Polite acting like he was defending children. That's why I called him the clever pedophiles. See, I don't accuse people of being pedophiles, but I sure do keep my eyebrows raised and put red flags all over. Judah Nass is defending Polite to the bone and ignoring everything and condemning a child. Let's keep listening to this disgusting group of people.
I'm watching too many dudes do that shit, and that shit ain't right. That shit is foul.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Does Bush baby? What are you talking about? All he's saying is, like, these guys are. That's what's wrong with our people. Our people are so quick to condemn. We don't know the facts.
He says we're so quick to condemn a man who a child has pointed out and the mother's pointed out and said, look, he violated me. He drugged me. We're so quick to condemn him, but you sit on the internet day and night lying on people. You belong with him. Anyone who is not a pedophile or a pedophile supporter, you better get away from these people. See, he sits up and talking about, I'm so happy and I can't wait to see this person go down. Judah Nass is already destroyed. You think destruction is just because somebody dies? He's destroyed. He defends Polite and condemn the child. There's no, oh, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. We all knew it. Every one of us. Anybody who got on the internet and did this, you mark that person a part of the Polite crew and a part of the problem. Point blank, period. Because we know we can't leave our children around you. Because you put the children down. When the child says, Somebody drugged me and raped me. You sit up and say, nah, maybe you did it yourself, or maybe you were in a relationship with a grown-ass man.
We don't know. You guys just keep saying, oh, well, there was DNA found around a thing. How do you know there wasn't the mother?
You hear this guy? You hear this guy, right?
Mother scarf. That's what I heard a year and a half ago. I heard it was the mother's scarf. I don't know. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it isn't. But all this, like, you're guilty. I can't believe he's saying this. We don't know. I said, what if, Brother P0light, what if he had a relationship with that young girl? I didn't say he did for sure. Y'all act like y'all know for sure he did.
I'll keep pausing it. I'm going to keep pausing it. He said, what that doesn't even compute in my mind. Please, somebody listen. I know you're with me because you are my people who What are you talking about? What if he had a relationship with a child? This is the language of predators. I'm going to say it again. This is how the predator speaks about children. If you know about the organization called PI, Pedophile Information Exchange, if you know about NAMBLA, North American Man-Boy Love Association, they speak this kind of language. They say adults have relationships with children. I'm not lying on anybody. If you are a healthy, child-protecting adult, you would never say a child has a relationship with an adult. That word doesn't come out of your mouth with that type of situation. That's like saying when someone gets stabbed in the stomach, that person has a relationship with the person who stabbed them. That's the same thing. When that person stabbed you and you didn't know, or if this person violated you by robbing you, you had a relationship with that person. I'm telling you, this is the language of pedophiles, saying that children have, and Judah Naz is using that language. Am I calling him a pedophile? No, I don't accuse people of it, but I mark you. I mark your actions. You are saying, what if a child had a relationship with a grown man? That word doesn't belong anywhere near it. Children don't have relationships with grown men and women. That's called rape. That's called abuse. That's called pedophilia. Okay?
You got a little fast-ass girl out there sleeping with grown-ass men, get around your daughters. I don't know who all got daughters, but would you want a little fast-ass 14-year-old girl around your 14-year-old girl, and this 14-year-old girl out here fucking 30-year-old men? Would you want that? No. Influencing your child. We don't see the sickness in this, and every time a man brings something up like this and question this part of this aspect of it, he caves to a woman. You attacking a victim. That's just a child. They don't know no better. No, you can't, man, listen. I'm watching too many dudes do that shit, man. I'm watching too many dudes do that shit, and that shit ain't right. That shit is foul.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, hold on a second. Does Bush baby? What are you talking about? All he's saying is, like, these guys are. That's what's wrong with our people. Our people are so quick to condemn. We don't know the facts. We don't know. You guys just keep saying, oh, well, there was DNA found around a thing. How do you know there wasn't the mother's scarf? That's what I heard a year and a half ago. I heard it was the mother's scarf. I don't know. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it isn't. But all this, like, you're guilty. I can't believe he's saying this. We don't know. I said, what if, Brother P0light, what if he had a relationship with that young girl? I didn't say he did for sure. Y'all acting like y'all know for sure he did. I don't know. How do y'all getting where y'all getting this secret information from? Y'all know all of it. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck is going on here? Y'all so quick to condemn. Y'all don't know what the fuck is going on.
Let me snap people back to reality, right? Let me snap people back to reality. Now, for those people who saying you shouldn't say that if he had a relation, you can't say that. Don't say that. Okay, you want to go there? What's that girl name who they said he was underage and had a relationship, claimed it was his daughter. Next thing you know, it's his wife. Didn't that happen in the past?
So they're saying it's okay because P0light made a child his wife, which he did. He met Renentet. I think it was Renentet. The second wife, he met her when she was 16. And his wife at the time, they recruited her and married and brought her in. And her mama didn't mind. See, he met the right one when he met Linda. May the Most High be with her. He met the right one when he met Linda. See, he's been doing this so long. He thought, oh, just another mom, I can sleep with the daughter. He makes sure that he finds women who have girl children that are underage. He's sick. And these Judah Naz and this man, they're up here condemning this child and the mother, especially condemning the child. Keep listening. Oh, wow. I got to show it, and I'm going to keep showing it. He can keep telling his lies, and I'll keep showing the truth. I don't care if he condemns, if he slanders me and puts me out there and lies on me. I'm going to keep on showing the truth to protect our children and to protect the community, to stand for the truth. These are sick people. This isn't a joke. This is for children. This isn't fun for me. This is disgusting. I really feel physically sick to my stomach. Ever since I heard this, I hated. I had a deep hatred for him. But I waited. And now we can show it's not just P0light. We have Judah Naz over here condemning babies with his crew, his whole church, condemning children.
Hello? What the fuck are y'all thinking? Did that not happen before?
Thank
See,
you.
it's always, yeah. But when you start to scrutinize how these young girls are coming up, then you run into problems. Then it's a goddamn problem. What am I saying here? I'm saying that if we know this is happening, we got to get a hold of our children's minds to turn them around. So as far as I'm concerned, when Judah brought that up, and he didn't say it was an absolute, he just said, what if? My mind started pondering. And I said, wait a minute. This has happened before, allegedly, with this guy. So is it a far stretch that it happened again?
Notice they're not saying in a way to condemn the pedophile P0light, but they're making it like this little girl got with him, like it's no big deal. Like, come on, he's done it before. They're not condemning him like this guy's a serial child rapist, but they're not using that language. They're not using that angle. They're using condemn the child. She wanted it, and she's basically we got to hold her accountable.
Deal with emotions. But I yield for now. This just burns me up because I've seen when a child exhibited this behavior, and I seen them grow unchecked, and I saw what they became.
So he's saying that the child exhibited some type of behavior when she got basically abducted and raped by a man who said he was her stepfather. He's saying the child exhibited a type of delinquent behavior because she got abducted, drugged, and sexually assaulted. Can't make this up, and I would never make it up. I don't lie on people when it comes to this kind of stuff. They are saying it with their own mouths.
And I'm watching it happen all throughout these communities, and it's getting on my nerves, man. Because now you're going to have these kids around kids who ain't on that, get turned out by this shit. But we can't challenge it. We can't say nothing about it, or we get condemned. Get a hold of your goddamn kids, man. Go ahead, Judah. My bad.
Judah's saying yes, agreeing. So they just blame the children. Get a hold of your kids. In this case with P0light, raping a child, drugging, and almost possibly overdosing a child. Well, no, he did overdose the child, almost killing her, and then raping her, abducting her, violating her mother and violating her. They said, get a hold of you. That's how he closes out. Get a hold of your kids. Judah Naz and his crew.
Shout out to Brother Domo, right? So Domo said 2 more days and this is all over. Sister Marina said, better hope he is not, better hope he's not on a jury to determine guilt or innocence. Well, let me get to that too. Look, listen, man, I've seen dudes talking about the just freaking getting accused of, on some shit. They had the possibility of going to jail. They chain smoking cigarettes, doing push-ups, stressed the fuck out. If you watch P0light, I mean, he seems like a little bit worried, but he's not like fucking like trying to leave the country. So just something that we're not privy to in the public. We all acting like we goddamn internet Perry Masons, but we really don't know for sure. But let me get this real quick. Let me go down. Watch. So again, we don't know how this young lady got alcohol and drugs in her system, right?
We don't. Yes, we do. P0light did it. Why are you denying that P0light did this? Oh, I know why. Because you support pedophiles.
It says, okay, I want to get to this. This is shit that bothered me. They said the young girl's lips were swollen up, right? And I was like, why were her lips swollen up? And they were like, Judah, use your imagination. Okay, let's start there, right?
Okay, he's getting ready to get highly disrespectful. So I want to just let you know, if you're anything like I am when I first heard this, please get ready to be highly disturbed. Please. I'm letting you know right now, he's about to start talking about this baby in a highly disrespectful way with no compassion whatsoever. He's going to be talking about this man's member and referring to how this baby's mouth got damaged with no compassion. Listen, please, if you can't handle it, I don't blame you. Don't listen to this. But for those who need to know who this person is, I'm going to play it now.
Let's go with this. Brother P0light would have to have a metal penis to swell up a girl's lips. You're not listening to me. Brother P0light would have to have a metal penis to swell up that girl's lips. If y'all saying that he was doing that forced entry, right? Listen to what I'm saying.
I don't know about you guys. Oh my God. Do you see why I hate him so much? It's not that because he lies on me. Did you just hear what he said, you guys? Please put a 1 in the chat, anybody. Did you? I know it's late or early. Did you just hear him? Do you see how insensitive he is about this baby? Even if you thought he was innocent, which who would think this guy's innocent? Why are you so disrespectful to this child? Why? Why are you talking about this child like this? Why are you saying he'd have to have something metal, a member, when you're talking about how this baby's mouth got damaged? Because you're sick. And the scarier part is so many people, peace priest, so many people don't see how sick he is. They don't see how sick this guy is. How could he talk like this about the situation? Because he's sick and he supports P0light. Let me let you listen.
In the court of law, the lawyer just freaking getting it. If this is the case, was she conscious or unconscious?
I gotta go back.
Just swell up a girl's lips.
Sick.
Because now you're going to have these.
This guy's
We did read it. We had not. Or was she all like this?
See how he's making fun? Oh my God.
They said the young girl's lips were swollen up, right? And I was like, why were her lips swollen up? And they were like, Judah, use your imagination.
Now, doesn't this sound like somebody who knows a lot of details of the case? Don't let this liar tell you he didn't know the details of this case.
Okay, let's start there, right? Let's go with this. Brother P0light would have to have a metal penis to swell up a girl's lips. You're not listening to me. Brother P0light would have to have a metal penis to swell up that girl's lips. If y'all saying that he was doing that forced entry, right? Listen to what I'm saying. In the court of law, the lawyer, someone outside, someone, Leo. We did read it. We had not. I don't know. Maybe y'all looking at fake papers because of what I've seen.
Look at how many people are like saying, "What's wrong with you?" And they keep on throwing all this stuff at him, and he's fighting with his audience to defend P0light and being highly disrespectful to this baby and to this mother.
It didn't look like that. There was some stuff on there that looked pretty bad, but I didn't see no. I mean, maybe I read it wrong.
You heard he said he read it. You heard he said he read it. Let's go back.
Or was she all like this? Somebody better click the link so we can see, so I can show what just swell up a girl's lips.
Watch, he's gonna say, I read the case. He's a liar. Saying now, oh, I hadn't read the case. You just said you read it.
You're not listening to me. Brother P0light would have to have a metal penis to swell up that girl's lips. If y'all saying that he was doing that forced entry, right? Listen to what I'm saying. In the court of law, the lawyer, someone outside, someone, Leo. We did read it. We had not. I don't know. Maybe y'all looking at fake papers because of what I've seen. It didn't look like that. There was some stuff on there that looked pretty bad, but I didn't see no. I mean, maybe I read it wrong.
See,
listen to this.
He said he read it. He's a damn liar.
Because
now he's saying he didn't read it. He read it.
Okay, I wish somebody would click the link so we can see, so I can show what I'm talking about. If you go to court and a lawyer says to you, "Sir, you have him condemned already. How did the alcohol and drugs get in her system? If she had it, I don't know. Okay, was she?" And I asked this last time. I said, "Was she conscious, or was she all like this?"
See how he's making fun? That's making fun. He's sick. He's sick.
Might check. Okay.
Yeah, I can
Listen.
hear you.
Yeah, internet matlocks. Yeah. Listen. Was the girl unconscious, or was she have her wherewithal? Listen to what I'm saying. If this is even the case, if let me put if, because people would be like, "Oh, Judah said." No, I said if. If this is the case, was she conscious or unconscious? Let me tell you why I'm questioning that, because
look how hard he's going for P0light, family. And you heard him say you read the case. Look how hard he's going for this guy who was accused of doing this stuff. He knows about the DNA. He knows about the drugging. But look how hard he's going for this pedophile. Mark him.
The lawyer will eat that up. He'll be like, "Well, wait a minute. If she was conscious, if this alleged incident took place, if she was conscious, how does that explain her swollen lips? I don't watch porn before. I ain't never seen a chick."
Now he's talking about porn when we're talking about. You got to really hear. You got to look beneath the surface. Why is he bringing up porn when we're talking about a child being violated? What are you talking about? Why are you trying to take us there? You are a sick person. You are a sexual deviant. and you are a pedophile supporter. And I'm showing it right here. You and your people.
Get swollen lips from sucking a D.
God.
I had tons of girlfriends. I had not one girlfriend get swollen lips from sucking my D. Not one.
Are y'all, I am so sorry to my audience. I want to apologize that you have to be subjected to this disgusting, filthy sexual deviant. But do you hear him saying this? What are you talking about? This child was abused and violated. He can't put that together. A grown man has a child and a grown man, and now you're actually trying to explain away? Disgusting.
Not one. Not one. Now. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll look it up.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, I ain't never heard of that either.
I saw that, priest. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
look it up.
Swollen lips is on some like you get your ass beat or that's an allergic reaction to something. I ain't never seen a woman or girl or whatever the hell, a female, get swollen lips from a D.
Oh my God.
I've never seen that before. Thank you, Just Blaze. It doesn't make any fucking sense. The lawyers can eat that shit up alive. Like, wait a minute. Bro, now look, if she's passed out, do you know what that means? Her mouth can be open. You know that, right? There could be no forced entry. She's passed the fuck out.
Oh my God.
Yes or no?
Family, I can't make this lie up. It would be so hard for you to believe me if I would have told you this. This person is sitting here trying to explain that this child didn't get her mouth damaged by this pedophile, this disgusting animal. I hate saying animal because animals, this disgusting monster. He's saying, because he read the paperwork, if the child was drugged and passed out, then why was it forced? Do you see how sick he is? So he's apologizing for this man, and I feel just so uncomfortable even saying this. Like he's apologizing for this guy and saying, well, if we have, since she wants us to believe the truth, since she wants us to believe that she was drugged and passed out, how is it forced entry? He's trying to say that there's discrepancies because he is a supporter of child abuse. That's what I see.
Anybody. If she's passed out, you can stick your thingy in her mouth if she's passed the fuck out.
And you heard him explaining to us the details on that it won't be forced. This is the person. I'm not lying on him like he lies on me. It's from his mouth.
Sorry to be gross.
No, you're not. You're not sorry to be gross because you're taking the time to talk about a child this way just so you can defend Polite.
I mean, yeah,
I'm looking for you. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, see, I was gonna say, I mean, yeah, that's not necessarily like forced, but you know what I'm saying? That's still messed up though.
They're scared to stand up to this pedophile supporter.
Yeah. Well, look, Mr. X, Shalomi, I hit you up. I can't find you can't find you. I kept tagging you in the chat. Mr. X said, weren't the mother and the daughter fighting earlier? That's what I'm saying.
See how he wants to go with all the things that are against the mother and daughter? People are saying, stop, that's not true. Here's DNA. He fights against that. But when somebody says a complete lie that the mother was fighting her baby, he said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you see who this person is? We're going to keep on his neck. He's talking about keeping on somebody's. No, we're keeping on your neck, you pedophile supporter, you child abuser. You blame our children when they get victimized, when they get preyed upon and assaulted. So you agree with this guy who says the mama and the daughter. What does that have to do? Which they're not. They weren't fighting at all. But how is that gonna excuse a child being raped by a man. Just keep listening.
How do you know the mom didn't put the beats on the dog? We don't know. The mother might have gave her the knuckle sandwich across the mouth. For all we know, that's why, allegedly, from what I hear a year ago, that's why Brother P0light separated them.
Did you hear that, family? Now the mom did that to the girl. This is a sick man. Thine own mouth condemneth thee. I didn't make this up. That's why I had to show you. I said, do I really want this on my channel? I said, yeah, I do. For the children, that's if I could just do that for the mother, for the people. This man is now saying that, yeah, maybe it was the mother and P0light was being the hero, breaking them up. Let's keep listening.
We don't know. Let's say it again. 4 counts of lewd individual. Bro, because they so every time the government charge you with something, you're guilty?
Notice when they go and give him the facts about the man attacking the child, he fights them. But when someone says something negative about the child and the mother, he agrees. You see, I'm not making it up. Wow.
Can I ask a question?
Is that true, y'all? Every time the government charge you with some shit, are you? We're on a goddamn terrorist watch list. Are we terrorists?
He's supporting.
No, we ain't no terrorists.
No. So because they charge your ass with something, don't mean that fucking you did it.
Again, he said he didn't do it.
Well, okay, look. They keep saying 6 nut stains. Let's go back again. Was the young girl allegedly, if this?
Well, the guy gives him hardcore evidence, which he already read it. He even said he read it. But instead of saying, yeah, that's how what the hell? He goes and he's starting to defend P0light. I'm telling you, this guy is a piece of shit.
Happen in court, y'all will get smoked, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all so busy trying to like condemn. Y'all not even paying attention to the details.
He's excusing that piece of evidence. Okay? He said, you're so quick to condemn. He's excusing that part of the evidence.
The girl unconscious or conscious?
What does that have to do with the DNA being on her? You see, he thinks that children can consent to adults. That I'm not making it up. He just said it. You don't believe me? I'll go back a little bit and let you listen. He's saying, was she conscious or unconscious? What does that have to do with conscious or unconscious? The man took advantage of a child. But no, he thinks that factors in. He's thinking like when adults are conscious and they do something, he's comparing that to a child. He's saying the child can do the same thing. Consent. Basically. Let me go back.
The knuckle sandwich across the mouth. For all we know, that's why, allegedly, from what I hear a year ago, that's why Brother P0light separated them. We don't know. Let's say it again. 4 counts of lewd individual. Bro, because they so every time the government charge you with something, you're guilty?
Can I ask a question?
Is that true, y'all? Every time the government charge you with some shit, are you? We're on a goddamn terrorist watch list. Are we terrorists?
Damn, he's going hard for killing. I'm sorry.
No, we ain't no terrorists.
No.
I was looking at your comment. Peace to Killer Priest. Peace to you out there, family, everybody listening. Thank you for, and this is important because I know you, my people are here listening and it's late, but I want you to see this isn't a get back because this crazy person's been talking about me for years, calling me all kinds of hoes and sluts and pedophile. He even called me a pedophile, but then I said, well, you know what? Now P0light it's out. I can tell people everything, and I'm gonna start here with we already talked about supporting the victims, watching out for the children, and I'm gonna point out the people who supported P0light. Okay, see, while they do their fake campaigns and lie on people who love children, it's not gonna stop me from showing the family exactly who really is against children. Thine own mouth condemneth thee. That's Job. So let's get back to listening to this guy defend P0light And I just want to say, he's defending Polite. I was reading the name. So thank you for being here. I know it's late, everybody, but I'm just going to let you hear all of it. We're going to have to hear everything he said so we can make sure we make sound judgment and judge righteously. We don't listen to lies on people, right? We let them speak for themselves.
So because they charge your ass with something, don't mean that fucking you did it. Well, okay, look. They keep saying 6 nut stains. Let's go back again. Was the young girl allegedly, if this happened in court, y'all would get smoked, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all so busy trying to like condemn. Y'all not even paying attention to the details. Was the girl unconscious or conscious? Hit the link, somebody. Watch. I guarantee you, they're not going to answer.
You fell
I was
off.
gonna say,
Oh damn.
according to the report, the girl passed out, and then when she woke up later. So, are you asking the question, was she conscious or unconscious when she got the stains? I don't know.
All right, can y'all hear me? All right.
Yeah,
I'm going to put the link down.
You good now?
And why did that guy put a laughing emoji on there? His audience is sick.
What?
I said,
What? Hey, man. Thank you. Dude, like niggas watch court cases.
See how this guy came in and asked a question and he's acting all appalled and exasperated. The guy said, what does fighting with their mother have to do with anything? And he's all, what? This dude is advocating hard body for Polite, knowing that this man, knowing the details of this case.
Oh, look. I Am John said, what does her fighting with her mother have to do with anything? Her mother might have gave her ass the 5-knuckle discount across the lip.
He thinks he's funny, first off. How is that? Why are you making light of that? Secondly, that woman never would do anything like that to her child. I met her. But you hear him making fun?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean,
why did he take her to another hotel? He was. Oh, go ahead.
I don't say. Did it say like her whole mouth, or just like you know what I'm saying, just like her lips? You know what I'm saying, like part of her lips.
No one specified. They just said her lips were swollen up. I mean, unless Brother Polite got freaking Osiris's penis, how the fuck did that happen?
Wow, he's making fun of this.
I ain't never seen no woman getting swollen lips from a D being in her mouth.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Never. The lawyers that eat that like. Oh, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna ask you when they talked about the semen stains, and you said, was she conscious or unconscious? Are you bringing up was she conscious or unconscious when she got the stains? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. If this, the reason why I bring this up is because they're saying her lips were swollen, so that sounds like to me forced entry, right? That's what it sounds. It sounds like if her lips are swollen, that means he was trying to put it in and her mouth was closed, which would suggest that she was conscious.
What?
I see where you're going with it.
They're sick.
Shlomi said they were already at a hotel when her mom let her go with Polite. She was perfectly fine. Where's the proof of that?
Wow. Damn.
Where's the proof? Did the mother make a statement again, man? When me and my daughter got in a fight and she left, man, she was totally fucking normal. I didn't hear anything.
Let me say this. Has anybody noticed what's missing from this whole story? I know you know. Where in the fuck was the father?
No, that's right, priest.
I know this might be getting off.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a complete disgusting animal. I hate doing that because I love animals. I have to stop saying that. He's a disgusting monster. And I'm so very. It was like a sad day to hear the mother and know, like, just it was already sad when I first heard about it. I was already hurt, but it felt good to know that somebody like him is going to be in jail, because I really pray that there are men in there, and I know there are good men. And I don't just mean inmates, I mean correctional officers, I mean all the men who love children, who will treat him like he deserves to be treated. I'm not advocating for vigilante. I don't want anybody trying to incriminate me. I'm saying I'm so happy that he'll be amongst men who love children. There are men. Yes, yes, that's right, priest. He's in jail. Makes me feel good to know he's locked up. And then when he was partying like that, I don't know, I'm getting emotional. When he was partying like that, look how evil he is, family. Partying the night before. Think about it. Think of all the children that he's destroyed or tried to destroy. He really wanted to hurt that mother. He wanted her to be hurt. He wanted her and her child to suffer more and more. And I hope she doesn't even look at him. But he wants people to see him partying and putting up a sign saying that charges are dropped, like it's a joke. Just like these people right here, though. Am I lying on them? I need to let you hear a little bit more of this, and then I'm going to let you listen to the mother. In fact, let's take a break from these pedophile lovers and supporters and these promoters of pedophilia. Because when you're talking about relationships between little children and grown men, you are a supporter of pedophilia. I'm not making it up. Yeah, there's so many priests. We just have to mark these people, and we need to know, okay, these are sick people. I want you guys to hear. People are saying peace to you in the chat. Okay, I want y'all to hear one thing really quickly. I'm going to stop sharing this for a minute because we're going to go. I put this face on here because Judah Naz is a supporter of pedophilia. And it's clear on him. I'm not lying on him. You notice the difference? He lies. I just grabbed the sound. And I wanted to play. I'm going to play the mother. And then I want to play him. This is already queued up. I want you to just hear something. No, I'm going to play the mother. Then I want you to hear him saying all these great things about me before, when he was thinking that I would possibly ever in 1,000 gajillion years be anything to him. But first, let's stay on track and focus on the mother. I want you to hear the mother. I want you to hear, after these guys set up, now everything that they just talked about, they read it in the paperwork. Okay? They read it in the paperwork. So that means they know that the mother is the one, obviously, who accused them. So let's see. I want you to hear the mother, and then I want you to hold on. Hold on. Okay, let me let you hear a little bit of the court proceedings, and then you're going to hear the mother. Oh, this is the girl's mother. Yeah, it's Linda, the mother of the child killer priest. She did a statement It is. I just want to let you know it's so painful. It made me. I couldn't even. Everybody who loves children, and even if you're not really emotional about children, this is so painful when you hear this woman. So, and I know she's telling the truth. Like I said, I met her. I met her on more than one occasion. I saw what kind of mother she is. I believed her from the beginning. Yes, and I believe her. Yeah, I'm going to play it for you right now. I'm sharing screen so you can hear it, priest, and everybody. Yep. This is her. So, fair use. Let's play this.
Been arrested for any criminal offense, and the state is in agreement with it as well as the court's ratification. On the other hand, sir,
this was the trial today. Well, this was the hearing today for his plea. Everyone, priest, and everyone, and then you're going to hear the victim statement, the mother, Linda.
If you violate any terms and conditions of this probation, and that includes getting arrested for any other criminal offense, that you could be subject to the maximum period of time in prison, which by my calculations is 61 years state prison. You do understand that?
Yeah.
And knowing all of this.
You hear that, family? Let's hope he violates, okay? He's really up for 61 years, my loves. 61 years is perfect. However, he's negotiated and plea bargained to 7 years inside, 10 years out on probation. But if he violates anything during that 10 years, he's going to prison for the remaining 61 to finish off his 61 years. 61 years is what he's been really sentenced. So he's been sentenced, family. He has essentially been sentenced to 61 years. But he has to serve the 7 years inside without any violations and the 10-year probation without any violations. If he violates during the 7 years inside or the 10 years out in that 17 years span, he will do an entire 61 years. Okay? That's why I said I hope he stays. He'll violate. The spirit realm, the unfathomable most high God and the spirit realm will make sure of that. So let's listen.
Do you still wish to enter into this plea?
Yes.
All right. The court finds the defendant, as I mentioned before, understands the nature of the charges against him and the consequences of this plea, that he has been represented by competent and effective assistance of counsel with whom he says he is satisfied. I find the defendant has knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently waived his rights. All statutory fines, court costs, and surcharges will be assessed. Is there anything further as it relates to Mr. Noak? I do have on the Zoom that the victim's mother wanted to address the court.
Correct. And Your Honor, nothing more from the state except to let Your Honor know if you can unmute the victim's mother, and she will be listed as victim Noak in the Zoom, and she is requesting, pursuant to Marcy's law, that her identity remain anonymous. So for that reason, she will not be stating her name, but she will be making a statement regarding this.
Where would it
It
be?
should say victim and then in parentheses Noak, sorry. You see it when it says victim Noak?
Okay, yes, 1 second. All right, you may unmute, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, so what I'd like you to do is, well, you don't want to give your name. So at this point, just go ahead and you can give us an impact statement. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Michael Nowak. This is the first time I have spoken publicly about what you've done to my daughter and I. I have gracefully remained silent the last 2.5 years. 2.5 years of pain, shock, disbelief, PTSD, constant nightmares, and daily triggers. Trying to help my daughter heal when I'm not even healed myself. What you have done to my daughter, myself, and my entire family is inexcusable. You hurt us all. You made me believe that you were such a great man and you could do no wrong. You made me fully trust you, and for that, my daughter trusted you too. But the truth is,
You're a monster, a demon. The very first time that I allowed you to be alone with my daughter, the very first time, and you couldn't even help yourself. You told me you was gonna be right back. You were going downstairs. We were gonna grab food and take vacation pictures. You told me that you wanted to have a one-on-one talk with her about loving and respecting me as a great mother that I was and am. And I actually believed you. I believed that you were gonna bring her right back. I thought you were gonna have this trusting conversation with her that you promised me. Her and I both trusted you. For a grown man to violate a child who trusted him, you should be ashamed of yourself. You plotted on me and my little girl. The entire time you knew what you planned to do. Isolate, intoxicate, then violate my baby. Shame on you. I trusted you to bring her right back. You were supposed to bring her back the same way that you took her. Instead, you drugged her and took advantage of her. You sexually abused her. You forced alcohol down her throat. You then forced her to see things that no child should ever have to see. You forced her to feel things that no child should have to feel. You forced her to accept violence that no child should ever have to endure. You forced drugs in her that no human should ever even ingest. She's my child. My baby. How could you? How could you? You could have killed her with all the drugs that were found in her system.
Damn.
And you thought your master plan was mapped out perfectly, huh? You thought I'd be dumb enough to believe you over my child. And you thought that money would blind me. You thought I was gonna be so blinded that I wouldn't notice when you returned her with bruises all over her body and her mouth busted, uncontrollably shaking. Absolutely not. And although you executed your plan and you got what you wanted those couple of hours, you actually failed. Because look where you're at right now. You have created a lifetime of trauma for my daughter and I. Before you, we never knew evil existed. You brought so much evil into our lives that early morning, and I'll never forget. I called you like 50 times and you wouldn't answer me. And I called her too, but you took her phone. You drugged my baby and you gave her no way to seek help. You left me no way to contact her or even know where she was. I get physically sick now whenever I'm away from my daughter because of you. Something as simple as her going to school, I'm in panic mode. Because I'm scared when she comes back, she's gonna be hurt all over again. I constantly have flashbacks of that night. And what she lives with is not okay. She feels uncomfortable around people and will live with this forever, and this is not fair to her. She never deserved this. Shame on you for forcing evil on our youth. And you know, for a year, I questioned, how could you even do this to us? Her and I did nothing wrong to you. We trusted you. I moved across the country because I believed everything that you told me. But it was pure manipulation I see now. All you do is specialize in selling false dreams. How could you do this to an innocent child and mother who simply trusted you? We did nothing wrong. But you know what? I'm done breaking my head trying to question or figure out how you could do such a thing. It's so simple to me now. You're just a sick man. A man you can have a plethora of women, but you secretly prefer to have a child. And it's so clear now. I will never be able to fully trust another person due to the betrayal that you've shown me. And for that, I was not willing to trust 6 strangers and go to trial. Nor was I going to put my daughter through an additional trauma. This plea was in our best interest. You and I both know the evidence is extremely substantial. But even with that, I refuse to have my child be tormented when she's done nothing wrong. All she holds is the truth. And I will say this, although you were so worried about being labeled a sex offender, you did us a huge favor by admitting to guilt, period. So for that, I thank you. I truly thank you. Yes, mitigation took place and I allowed it as long as it meant you going to prison and you getting true help. Because true help means no more victims. The fact that your only non-negotiable was to accept a sex crime shows exactly the type of man that you are. You know what you did in that hotel room. I know what you did, and my daughter knows what you did. DNA doesn't lie. There's no reason why your DNA should have been found on my baby. And yes, I satisfied your bogus request to not be labeled a sex offender, but it doesn't take away from who you truly are. I wasn't gonna waste any time going back and forth with you over a label. God will judge you for exactly the person he knows you to be, a sexual predator. So rest assured, jail time equals jail time. And I pray that during your 10 years of sex offender probation, you actually receive the treatment that you need and it helps heal your sick mind and get the thoughts of being with children out of it. All you care about is your pretend image. But I know exactly who you are now. You want to be this public figure, but you want to do all your evil acts in secret. You're so self-centered. That's why the last time I saw you on February 27, 2021, you fought me. You tried to hold me hostage from taking my daughter to the hospital. I'll never forget that cowardly look in your eyes. I'll never forget it. You were so scared. You were so scared because you realized you messed with the wrong one. Your last words to me, you held me and said, please don't go. You're gonna ruin my career. Well, today, September 6th, 2023, my last words to you are, I hope the next 17 years of your life, you're reminded of the disgusting, terrifying, unforgettable act that you've done to my innocent daughter. Shame on you. And although you've caused a tremendous amount of trauma for myself and my daughter, we will, and will always be superior of you because a successful, honest career is something that you could never, ever have. We will both continue to stand against violence. My daughter will continue to persevere and be bright and intelligent and courageous young woman that she is. So Michael Nowak, I hope you enjoy prison and God bless you.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your courage for speaking. It is heartbreaking, and my heart goes out to you and your daughter. All right. The defendant will be remanded to Department of Corrections.
Yes.
He's given critical.
So there you have it, family. You heard the mother. You heard the pain. I know it makes you physically ill. I saw the emojis that everybody, things people are saying. I saw Priest. Yeah, this is the first time you're hearing it. It hits hard every time you hear it. And yeah, that's okay, Rakib. I'm glad you, just as long as you see the truth. So we saw that, and we're gonna go back to this man who lies on me. But I do want, before I go back to that, let me let you hear him. If I'm such a pedophile, not that I have to really continue to defend myself, but I want you to hear. Yes, I know it hurts. It hurts a lot, Priest. It really does. I want you to hear Judah Naz talking about me and doing a testimonial on me. Let's see what he says about me from his own mouth. This was a while ago when he thought maybe that I would be, I don't know, a part of his horde or something. And he found out that I have nothing to do with him, that I'm different. So then he changed his tune, but this is what his tune has always been up until the point where he realized, I'm done dealing with him and his Thunderdome nights. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to keep on trying to help them because I realized when I saw him supporting P0light, I knew he was a piece of toxic waste. So let's listen to what he says about me.
Richard and Harry, especially if you're like a lowbrow, bottom feeder type dude.
Let me go back.
She's not going to do it.
He's talking about me. He knew what Solar did to me. No, following the from his chat. But I told him no. Hold on in the chat and let me know that you can hear it. Thank you, Child of Light.
The folly. Now, I'm not going to make any attacks because it's Shabbat. Like, what? I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. I'm an Israelite. He was like, what Israelite is going to stand up and condemn the folly? Now, I'm not going to make any attacks.
He's talking about Sonnetter saying, which one of you Israelites are going to tell the truth? Like, why are you all lying on Nepal? And you know that she's not a pass around. Because I've spoken to so many Hebrew brothers. Now, this is when he was, they like to call me a pass around. I went from being a pass around to now he says I'm a pedophile. But we see who really loves pedophiles. Okay, we see. But let's hear this guy who now is calling me a pedophile. Let's hear what he was saying about me not too long ago, maybe like a month ago. Others, one-on-one, Judah Nas. Never. Yes, this was actually a year ago. He was continuously praising me, but I'm saying he had stopped the minute he realized that I'm like distancing myself, because when I see him defending pedophiles, I'm done. I mark you and I move on, and I encourage everyone else to do that. But let's hear and see what he thinks about me before. Like a harlot. Never sent him. Now remember, he's saying that he's always known that I'm this pedophile. So let's listen. I want to clear that up for people who don't know. He said, I've always known she's a pedophile. Okay, well, let's listen to your words. Pictures. Never talked about sex. Never, ever wanted to marry him. Never flirted with him. Okay? JJ, I have shown the video. It's on Sonnetter's House of Consciousness. It's JJ, the drunk Hebrew. I will later on get the link and share it in this chat.
Right? So she's been over here kicking it, like hanging out, teaching, debating, doing all that. And you also know her from SVDL.
Talking about me.
And I'm seeing stuff on the internet like calling her a pass around. Now I want to say this real quick. Now my wife knows Nepal. I just want to say this. The reason why Nepal is not a pass around is this.
Okay, have a good walk.
Nepal didn't grow up being a hood booger. She didn't grow up like that. Right? So she grew up kind of like, a nice household, a nice family. And she had her father in her life. Right? And it's important when women's fathers in their life, they instill values in them. They don't have to go out and look for daddy with men in the street. Don't get me wrong, there are women that do that, but she's not like that, right? She's no matter what you say, you can call her whatever you want to call her. You can't call her ghetto. You can't. All right, would you call? Does Nepal add ghetto to you? We can't hear you.
No, she doesn't.
All right. All right. My wife's sitting right here. Nepal is not ghetto. She's not just gonna just lay with the people, right? She's just not.
Let me pause this for a second. By the way, when people say, well, what about your photos, all these guys? No, I was with one person engaged to Solar, my betrothed. Okay, so I'm defending myself, but I wanted you to hear, if I'm such a pedophile that he's known about, how come he's praising me? Where's all the pedophile talk? There isn't any, because he's just lying. Remember we saw P0light calling GMS pedophiles? Remember? Because they were saying the thing about the Bible. Well, what do you know? When I distance myself, and I've been teaching about the Bible, now we have a pedophile supporter that I showed you what he was supporting P0light. Now he's calling me a pedophile. Why wasn't he doing that back then? Because I'm not. And what a terrible thing to say, throwing that word around just easily when that's something very serious. When you love children, you don't exploit that. You don't play with that. He was going to, he's on there. Let me get it.
Didn't really get a chance to really get out there and get a.
Oh, I'm not reading the chat, but yeah. I'm going to do, I just want to
I'm not a woman, but, I'm not speaking as a woman. Okay, I know you guys out there, you like me, you know that I'm smart, I carry myself in class, right? And cool, I'll sweat me and you know, lust after me or whatever, but you're not going to get any. It's just that's how Nepal like rolls, and there's other women like that too. So it's not just you know only Nepal, but Nepal is one of those chicks, and people that who know Nepal, y'all know that she's not gonna just lay down or just kick it with just every Tom, Richard and Harry, especially if you're like a lowbrow, you know, bottom feeder type dude. She's not gonna do it. So to even, you know, whatever, right? And I'm bearing witness of this. Like, she's not like that. There are other.
Oh, he's praising me, saying what a great woman I am. But now I'm a pedophile? Thine own mouth tells the truth and condemns you. You're a liar. Here he is right here saying that I'm not that type of woman. You think he would leave out me being a pedophile in this conversation or in this statement, in this testimony? Of course he wouldn't. Let's keep listening.
There are women that I don't even like as individuals that they don't do that either. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but you know, right? I'm not gonna give, you know, I'm not gonna give one of them no credit because, you know, but she herself too had grew up in the pretty well-to-do. I don't mean financially, because when I say broke and all that, I'm not always talking about money. She grew up in a pretty decent family, and she's not going to get out getting around or whatever. As far as like going out just laying down with I don't. In my opinion, I don't know for sure. She may have been, but they're not talking about that woman. Forget her. Nepal's not going to kick it with, you know, ordinary Jones, and you're not going to like pass her around. She's not going to do that, and I'll tell you why. When you do that to a woman, she is giving up her power. Nepal thinks in terms of like a boss. She right, you have to admit, like Nepal, but she's always strategic.
Now right there, 100% correct. Well, you see, I don't have to keep playing it and boring you. He's praising me on that whole video. It's on my channel. You can go watch it. It's called Judah Nazareth Speaks the Truth About Nepal Shaddai. It's on my channel. Please go and watch it. Yeah, he is. And he's a liar, as you see. You see how he's over there saying that he didn't know anything about it? You said he's excusing it. We heard on this video. He said he read the paperwork. Whoever's been listening, and I appreciate you for being here. Did you hear him say that? He said he read the paperwork. Now he's lying, saying, oh, I didn't know the whole story. He was detailing the whole story. He's talking about the baby being drugged. He talked about her mouth being damaged. These are points of the case. He talked about P0light drugging her, damaging her, hurting her mouth. He talked about the baby leaving with P0light. He knew the details. He said he read the paperwork, but he was apologizing for P0light through the whole video that I just played, and he was condemning the baby. He's disgraceful. Yeah, he's disgusting. So don't come in here. I saw one of his disgusting pedo supporting minions try to come in. I kicked him out. Don't come over here trying to defend him. I didn't have to lie to him. I just played it. I don't have to lie. I just play what he said. You know? So, yeah. I'll close it out playing a little bit. When people are not able to get out of you what they want, or not able to get you to move like they want, the personal slander is oftentimes that which follows exactly Awaken Judah. That's exactly what's happening. But, you know, I'm going to stand strong and speak up against, I'm obviously, when you accuse me of pedophilia, I've stood up already for myself, but this is really about marking those who don't like children and who hate children and who support people who grape children and prey on children. That would be that Irish guy that you always see in the chat. He supports people who prey on children. That would be Judah Naz. That would be the people over there on his channel who you see openly support. If you're in his chat and you don't support, and I'm speaking to our brother Judah Redemption, or maybe that's a sister. I know Judah Redemption doesn't support that. Don't be over there in that chat with pedophile supporters. Okay, because you don't want to be over there. You don't want to be seen with people who support pedophilia. I've shown it. He supports it. I'm going to go back and let you hear a little bit more of him supporting P0light, and then I'll close out. He can do all the streams he wants to do. I just need to show the truth. He can call me names. He can call me ugly and old and fat. He can say all those things. But I don't sit on the internet and condemn babies when they're raped by grown men. Peace, Denzel. Let me go ahead and play a little bit more for the family, just on a closeout. Peace to the families out there who are supporting victims and keeping children from becoming victims. And you know what I'm trying to say. To the ones who support pedophiles, well, we're just going to mark you. You're going to go down with your daddy roach. Let's see here. Am I presenting this? Let me see. Yeah, let's hear the rest, a little bit more of this, and then I'll close out. Thank you for being here and staying with me.
What the direction you're going, Judah. But where's the father? So the report said, from what I remember, the report said they were drinking. He was giving her drinks or whatever. I guess he started feeling woozy or whatever. P0light set her on the bed. Well, P0light started touching her, grabbing her buttocks and all that, touching her inappropriately. Then he set her on the bed, and she, from what the report said, she said he started to pull his thing out, and then she passed out. She said she woke up to P0light sticking his fingers down her.
I'm sorry you have to hear these details.
Throat.
But for those who want to see how they talk about this, here it is. The next time you hear them over there lying on people, remember, these are the ones who support P0light and condemn the child.
I guess trying to make her throw up. So from there, you know, that's what we have to work with. That's what the police report says.
He's shaking his head. Yes, Judah. You're not even appalled by that? You're not even shaking your head like, this is sad. This is terrible. He's just listening like, yeah.
Now, this is not P0light saying what happened. This is her telling what she remembers.
Just Blaze was in the chat earlier saying he's ashamed about his comments now that he sees everything. But you're still over there, Just Blaze. If you're ashamed, then disconnect yourself from these sick people. Just Blaze in the comment back then, he was like, nah, Judah, you're keeping it real. Keeping it real? By excusing a pedophile and condemning a child? Nah.
Happening. So you go from there.
Yes, Con, and Trip D's also said something I mentioned earlier. I said when you're dealing with like court cases and shit, right? And they're charging you. This shit looks like open and shut case, but there's particulars. Why do you think some motherfuckers get off? Because they're like, you have to prove without a reasonable doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, is what you got to prove. I think Shalomi mentioned. Wait. Okay, wait. Shalomi said. Hold on. Shalomi said, yeah. I don't know if he was. I think she meant Brother P0light. Yeah, he was making her vomit because she was under the impression she. Oh, wait. I think the mother. I'm not sure. Shalomi got to explain this. She said, yeah, she was making her vomit because she was under the impression she had taken something. So did the mother make her vomit?
From what I remember, what the report said, the girl said she woke up with P0light's fingers down her throat, trying to make her throw up. So that's all I remember from what the report's saying.
See, this guy RBG, if you just came in today, Peace. RBG's been really telling them the facts, and he's been rejecting it the whole time. If you didn't get to see the video, if you just came in, you can scroll back and hear these guys super going in, hard body protecting Polite, and going against everything that is factual of the case, and going against the girl, the child. The guy says, explain the court of law how a grown man's semen ends up within on the underage girl.
Now, I don't know what the mother did, as far as I remember the report.
I need to go forward.
But yeah, man, this is one that, hey.
I mean, really all you can do is look at it from, you know what I'm saying, all the different.
Got to deal with it even.
That's not his DNA on the. I'm saying, y'all, some people are too quick to do this. Hang him.
See?
Nah, bro.
For those who weren't here, this is him defending. He's reading the paperwork. Rakib, he's a liar. You see him reading it? He's a liar. He went over the case. Listen.
First, we're going to start with the hotel room. Or do you know about the case at all? Jeremiah's going to unmute again.
No,
all right.
I'm not really paying attention to all. Hold on. Yeah. I'm not really paying attention to all that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how do I say it? I'm not associated with him. I don't know him or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying? I just prefer to stay out of it, you know?
Okay.
I don't want to be like anybody else, you know, like you said, condemning or, you know what I'm saying, whatever, because you're going to look stupid if he's found innocent or not guilty, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't want to be a part of that. So I'm just like, I'm going to stay quiet.
So they're all talking about him being not guilty somehow. Let's see here.
Thank you. That's what I was usually doing too. But again, the only reason why I brought this up is because Hassan Campbell brought it up and then dropped it. And I thought that was kind of weird. RBG. We're going to get to that. Okay, look, watch. Polite and the girl go to a hotel room.
See him, Rakib? He's a liar. He's reading the paperwork, family. He's a liar saying he didn't know the case. He's apologizing, and he's still in his heart feels bad for Polite. But he has to act like, oh, I'm so appalled too. No, you're not. You said he was innocent, basically. And you said the little girl was fast and got drunk on her own.
What the talk is that the daughter and the mother got in an argument or something. Allegedly. I don't know. Right? And then I guess to separate them, Brother Polite brought the girl to another hotel room or to a hotel room. That's all I know about that, right? It in court, if this is a courtroom and the defense gets up and they question, well, the girl's underage, but let's say the mother is up on there or whatever, they're gonna ask her, "Are you aware if your daughter went to a hotel room with Brother Polite?" I'm almost positive she's very, very aware of that. I'm quite sure of it because if I'm not mistaken, that girl is the mother's daughter that is hooked up with or linked up with Brother Polite.
Hooked up with Polite? Are y'all hearing the language? He said a baby hooked up with a grown man. Can't make it up.
I heard about this early in about the daughter and the mother getting in an argument, and Brother Polite brought her to a hotel room to kind of like calm shit down. From what I'm hearing, this is from like last year or before.
Thought he didn't read the paperwork.
He probably stopped. He didn't want his channel struck. That might be. Well, he's already.
I want you to hear where he's talking about the baby.
Put that. So who did supply the 14-year-old with drugs? We don't know. All I'm saying is she may be fast. If y'all know, I'm not saying she is. I'm saying she could be. It's about my sister was fast. She got pregnant at 14, her first child.
You hear this disgusting animal? Sorry, animals. I gotta stop saying that. He just said the baby's fast.
So my sister was fast. She was out there doing everything, and girl by the throat and forced alcohol and drugs in her system.
Let me get this.
Y'all better pay attention and start studying court. Guilty, and then he stopped. Okay, 2. The girl allegedly has drugs and alcohol in her system.
I thought he didn't read the paperwork. See how he lies, Rakib? He read it extensively. He knows all about the case.
Okay. Let's in court. I'm assuming she's of age now, right?
She's of age? Oh my God. No. She was 12 or 13. It was 2 or 3 years ago. More indications where his mind is, family.
No, maybe she might be still underage. Let's say that she's 18, 19 years old right now, right? This is hypothetical.
Why are we going to say that when she's not? You see what I'm saying? Why are we going to say that she's an adult when we know she's not? Why do you want to even make that a hypothetical? Because you are a pedophile defender and supporter.
Put that out there, right? The lawyers are going to say to her, how did you get drugs and alcohol in your system? Remember, I took law class, so I know how this shit works. They're going to say, how did you get drugs and alcohol in your system? We got Devion.
Yo, Shalom, Devion.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Shalom, yo.
Shalom. Oh, you can't say that he did it. We don't know for sure. We don't know.
Listen.
Like Devion just said. Yes, Bush, baby, I've seen him. Greenflower said, I ain't never seen the statements. I'm just saying ain't no getting around DNA if that's the case. Okay, we're going to get to that.
You see how he defends P0light and everything that's said against P0light, he works it out to advocate for P0light?
Bush baby said, who supplied a 14-year-old with drugs? Good question. Right. Good question. Who supplied the young girl with drugs and alcohol? You can't say that he did it. We don't know for sure. We don't know. Like Devion just said, when we were young, we was all kicking it, drinking and kicking it too. So there's no, you can't just say that he forced that girl to here, bitch, open your mouth and pour fucking alcohol down her throat. That's bullshit. You know he didn't.
Those who weren't here earlier, you see he's calling the little girl the bitch. This is who Judah is.
Do that. He's not even charged with that. So who did supply the 14-year-old with drugs? We don't know. All I'm saying is
we do know. Even before the verdict, before he did a plea bargain, the language he should be using is, well, it says here that the mother and the daughter stated that P0light gave them drugs. You know, he's not talking like that. He's not saying the child stated that P0light gave her drugs. He's saying, we don't know. We don't know. Because he wants us to believe that P0light he was innocent and that the girl took drugs on her own. That's what he's saying.
She may be fast. If y'all know, I'm not saying she is. I'm saying she could be. My sister was fast.
So you notice how they condemn the child, blame the child, and then they have to throw in a disclaimer like, I'm not saying, but then they go ahead and say it. So I showed you enough of this disgusting pedophile supporter. I'm going to end this. Thank you so much. It's been almost 3 hours, but I don't really care if he's live. I don't care what he says. Anybody who supports him supports pedophilia and supports people harming children. Okay? You say, you go around, you know what's interesting, my friends? These people go around saying that innocent people who have never harmed children, who love children, who find it disgusting, like most of us do, in my audience and in the audience that I on platforms that I'm on, most of us, if not all of us, find it disgusting. But these people don't. The ones who accuse us of being these things actually have that type of mindset that children can be in relationships with adults, that children probably do drugs and alcohol with adults, that children can consent to sexual activity with adults. That's what we heard. So I want to show you, I'm going to close it out again and let you see this disgusting person who's locked up like an animal where he belongs. I always say animals, huh? I'm sorry to the animals. I'm working on it. I want you to see the video where I found where P0light was acting like he cares about children. And he was going in on GMS with their ridiculous talk about 12-year-old girls. According to the Bible, they were speaking, though. And then P0light was like, I'm so appalled. Yeah, right. I want to leave you with that because I want you to see. P0light was accusing people of doing the things that he loves to do. But nobody knew it back then. Everybody thought he was some hero. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. And now we have people like Judah Ness campaigning against people who've never done anything to children. I've never harmed a child in my life. I'll give my life for a child. I protect children. But I want you to see this guy. I'm going to go ahead and screen share. Fair use. Fair use. Now, yes, these Israelites are talking crazy, but they remember they're talking according to the Bible. But I want you to focus on the pedophile who's trying to pretend that he's upset and condemning them who they have never been accused of by mother or child of raping children or even sexually assaulting children. Are they saying crazy things? Of course. Does it promote pedophilia? Of course. Are they trying to promote pedophilia? No, they're being ignorant by speaking about an ancient law and culture where children were sexualized because of the way things were, like, reproduction. It was wrong. The minute a child could reproduce or, started to be in puberty, they start to reproduce. We now know we've advanced as people, we're civilized. So we know children are not sexual. So I'm saying this because I'm not supporting these men, but I want you to see P0light trying to take the light off of him and put it on these men who've never been accused of raping children. Excuse me. But P0light is a child rapist. Let's watch the clever pedophile and close out with it. And remember, keep in mind of Judah Ness. Thank you so much, Rakib. I'm going to close out with this. I want you to see this. Keep in mind, Judah Ness always talking about, I'm a pedophile. He was saying Sonetter is, and everybody in the HOK. Now he's focusing on me specifically because I'm the one who cut him deeply when he begged me to be around. Back 3 years ago, begged me to actually consider marrying him. Are you kidding me? And then I turned him down. Yes, I turned him down. And he cried, and then he still was praising me, telling me how great I am. And when he figured it out, when he finally figured it out that he's disgusting to me, now he's talking about I'm a pedophile. So let's look at P0light condemning people, calling them pedophiles, but he's a pedophile. And remember, Judah Ness supports P0light. You get what I'm saying? I think you get where I'm going with this. Let's listen.
Jonah. God called Jonah to go and preach to the Ninevites, right? Jonah said, nah, I ain't preaching to no Ninevites. I'm going to Spain.
That's right.
You know what God did? He caused a big fish to come up and swallow him and take him all the way back to preach to the Ninevites.
What kind of fish was that?
Yeah, what kind of fish? Well, they say a whale, but in the Hebrew, right. In the Hebrew, it says a big fish. In the Hebrew.
So you telling me you actually believe a fish swallowed him and brought him back?
Absolutely. I believe it.
Hold on, man. You see what I'm saying? We know that a whale can only swallow nothing, no more. So this big ass fish, and he couldn't digest.
Call for Joe.
Big ass fish. Dinosaurs that for 3 days, the fish swallowed the human being.
Oh, he's so cool, huh? You're a piece of toxic trash. Let's keep listening. I'm gonna get to the part where he's trying to act like he defends children.
Just the man. He just let the man
just under the seat.
Listen,
the fish thing is.
Which we teach now is that when you go into the law in the ancient world, men, if they saw a woman that they like, they can grab the woman up and rape the woman, man. and we're gonna read the scriptures.
It's talking about the Bible, which that is what the Bible says in Deuteronomy 22, verse 28. But they're acting, the GMS, they were acting like it's something normal. And no, that's not normal. But let's listen, focus on polite.
We're going to read the scriptures, all right?
And for the record, these men never have been on record. No one has ever come forward and say these men raped them. So we will not call these men rapists. Are they teaching something crazy in this moment right here? Yes. Did Tahar stop teaching it like this? Yes, he did. He did. He makes it clear that it's an ancient thing that happened in an ancient time. But at that time, he was being wrong. I just like to go in on this too. That's why you can't, when you say something like that, there's rapists out there and there are people who don't even care about children like Judah Naz and his crew. They would justify raping children by using the Bible. Ironically, Polite hates the Bible. He shot it up, but he went ahead and did whatever he wanted to do to someone's child. Okay? I'm not blaming the Bible for that. I'm saying he's a clever pedophile.
Somebody hell no, you have no problem with that.
Years old. The Lord has a plan with that. No, but that's not good love.
Well, let me say this. No, let me say this.
The Lord didn't have a problem with men raping a 12-year-old.
Are y'all hearing this guy? He said the Lord doesn't have a problem with men raping 12-year-old. Remember, he's trying to expose them, right? Isn't this interesting? Knowing that he's one of those people. But he's over here acting like he's going in on people who've never done it. There are people on the internet right now who are accusing people of being pedophiles. And they're just like Polite. We don't know yet, but we can keep our eyes raised, our eyebrows, because when we see them defending Polite, that lets us know if you're going to defend that behavior, you think that behavior is okay. Okay, let's keep listening.
Or any woman that they saw on site.
You know, didn't have a problem with it.
Why you David B?
But you know what you're thinking? See, you were brought up in this man's food system, so that's how you think. That's how you think. But back in the ancient world, if you saw, we're talking about, grab a woman, man.
And God had no problem with this.
Of course not. Let me tell you something, man. I mean, I don't want to speak like this around a woman, you know. But I'm gonna say this, man. Let me say this, bro. Let me say this.
I'm listening.
Most put clothes on, put a mask on, and bust in the door.
It's not all right.
The scripture said you can do it.
But you're saying that.
But you don't do that.
But the scripture say you can.
I don't want to hear them keep talking about this nonsense, especially not on my channel. I want to get to the part with Polite.
The Lord.
But you know what? The scriptures also say
they don't allow us to do as the Lord would have permitted.
Well, it's true. Yes, that's true.
And it's now I'm talking in terms of raping a woman on site if I wanted to.
First of all, the woman
that go to the scripture. Go to the scripture.
Yeah, the scripture answers it better.
That's scripture.
Deuteronomy 22 and 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her.
See, they're reading that law, but then they're acting like, the Lord said, that was a law created by men. And yeah, everything comes from the Most High in the spirit realm, but that was men functioning on their disgusting, carnal, misogynistic, hateful, predatory selves in that time.
I'm sorry, verse 28. My bad. Verse 28. Yeah. Yeah. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed.
The word virgin, by the way, is a Hebrew word. Let me see if I remember. Bathwala. All right. Now, the prophecy of Mary a virgin shall conceive. The word there, virgin, is ayalama, which means young woman of marriageable age.
Gotcha.
Virgin in here means bathwala, virgin, a woman that never been, hit, so to speak.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver,
dowry,
and she shall be his wife, because he
go back and you know the Hebrew father after the fact. The word I rape.
Yeah.
That means
That's
rape.
true. I understand.
Okay.
Now the next question is this: now that the Bible has made it clear that it's permissible to rape, why are we still reading the Bible?
See how he's acting like, how could we dare read the Bible when it says that? Look at this guy. Oh, God, his face is so disgusting to me. When I met him, you see the look on his face? If you look at this face, you can see just a low coward. That's why she said she'll never forget Linda. She said, I'll never forget the look on your face. You were so scared. He's a coward. When I met him, he couldn't even look me in the face because the power of the Most High was just emanating from me. And it just brought him in low base fear. He really couldn't even really look at me. Now, once the camera came on, he did all his acting, oh, I'm going to turn and look at her. But when that camera was off, he couldn't even look at me in my face. When we were sitting there, and he's a loser. He's a loser. He's a vessel fitted for destruction. Just like Judah Nass.
Because you know what? Because it's in the Bible. We have faith in the Bible. We have faith in the Most.
So as you see, they're speaking about scripture. They're in a lot they're wrong though, and they've corrected it. But these men have never been charged, convicted, or even accused of raping anyone. So, but P0light is over there acting like, oh, I'm so shocked, I'm so appalled. But he's a child rapist.
Whatever the Most High says, we gotta accept it, man. You know you. Of course, absolutely. Once you come into the faith, you know who you remind me of, man. You remind me of Neo talking to. You remind me of Neo talking to Morpheus, and when he said this is the reality, and it was a thermonuclear war, and he showed you what's gonna happen to America. What did he do? He threw up. That's what you're going through, man.
So you telling me? Hold on.
Movies.
Hold on. You telling me if somebody was to rape your grandbaby that's 12 years old, you will be all right with that? God forbid. You will be all right with that?
In the kingdom, I couldn't do nothing about it in the kingdom. In the kingdom.
See, they changed this language now. GMS, they don't say in the kingdom anymore. They were talking crazy, but they were being used by the clever pedophile.
If y'all got a chance to be on your own land, like the pale Jews is trying to do,
it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Anyway, I gotta stop sharing this. This is making me want to throw up. I mean, I really do feel sick. Anyway, peace to everyone killer priest. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think so too, priest. I was thinking that now. I was like, he's really like, when you watch it now, you're like, dang, he's actually enjoying this. It's like inside his disgusting, toxic heart, he's like, oh, the Bible knows exactly my desires of my heart, He's like acting, you could see that in him. It's very sad. Anyway, peace. Assalamu alaikum, hotep, namaste, jambo, ashe, shalom. Let's say hotep. All the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of light. Well, I won't drop the link for you because you're a piece of. Can somebody block this this pedophile in the chat named Peter? He's a creep. This pedophile supporter, I mean. If you're a pedophile supporter, you basically are, it's like accomplice to murder. Can you block Peter, the disgusting? Yeah, right. Okay. Can you block Peter, the Irish guy, if you're a mod? I'm gonna see. Let me go in my chat and do it. Yeah, so that's what do we have here, my friends? We have a man who we need to hold accountable. We need to hold him accountable. I'm being serious. I'll block him. I gotcha. There we go. We need to hold him accountable, family. We need to hold Judah Naz and his people accountable for supporting P0light and for condemning the child. We must do that. Okay? Support the children. Okay? Support the children and protect them from these people. Mark the ones who supported P0light. Judah Naz supported them. Please share this video. Please like it and share it. I need it liked so it can stay in the algorithm so you'll see who Judah Naz is. Please. Peace to all my friends and the loved ones in the chat. This is not a joke. This is not a bang. This is not slander. This is an expose of the truth. And we always like to use their own words because let me get the scripture so you can use it too. It's a great scripture. Thine own mouth condemneth thee. I love that scripture. It's in Job. I got to just get the exact location. Job chapter 15, verse 6. We don't lie on people over here. We don't have to. You may be on meth and on speed. I suspected that about Judah, but I don't know that. His behavior tells me that, but I don't know it. But what I do know is that he supports pedophiles. I know he supports pedophiles. That's what I do know. And I also know he condemns children. Peace, Doug Spears. I know he condemns children. Job 15, verse 6. Thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yea, thine own lips testify against thee. Isn't that beautiful? Your own mouth condemns you, Judah Naz. I don't. Yes, it's your own lips that make that testify against you. The testimony against you. So, I love you all, those who are the darkest minds of the light. And that's it. Peace. Yeah, he is really. It is creepy. You're absolutely right. He is very sick and obsessed. But as he continues to destroy himself and be destroyed, we can just be thankful that Nature Boy is gone. Dr. York is gone. P0light is gone. Judah Naz is far, far away, locked in a tower somewhere in Japan, doing meth all day and speed, getting flare-ups where he almost dies, and sitting on the internet defending pedophiles. So he's pretty much gone, but he's gonna continue. Let's just sit back and give all praises to see the demise of people like him. Now there are some people out here who really do love children and they've been victims, but they need to be more responsible. You can't just be going around calling everybody a pedophile because people don't take you seriously when you do point out pedophiles. People take me seriously when I point a pedophile out. Why? Because when I shoot, I don't miss. I don't miss because I don't lie. I don't just come in spraying everybody, spraying the whole crowd when the pedophile's right in the center. I sharpshoot. Boom. Gotcha, Nature Boy. My record speaks for itself. I don't play with them. I don't apologize for them. Got you, P0light. Boom. Sharpshooter. When you sit on the internet and call everybody a pedophile, nobody believes you when you really speak about a real pedophile. So, for the record, P0light. Peace, Brother Khalil. P0light is definitely a pedophile. He's a Papa Roach. But when you see one, there's 1,000 others, right? So Judah Naz is one of the roaches. And so are all his people. I didn't just say this off the top of my head. Watch this whole video. Watch this whole video. He says the child took drugs. He says the child is fast. They sit and condemn the child and said the child maybe had a relationship with a grown man. I'll leave you with that. Peace and love.